Chat hears.
Yes, I think chat can
Oh.
hear you. I think so. Yes. Artie's gonna be a little bit late. I think he's eating his spaghetti, his usual spaghetti.
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 Pasta.
But yeah. But yeah, welcome in, everyone from Curse Extreme. Hello. If you wanna chill with us, you're more than welcome to. And yeah, before Artie gets here, let's talk about who these wonderful goobers are and who they play in our D&D streams.
Oh my gosh. I'm not
Hey,
used to being the
Swifty,
one
let's
on
talk
the
with you.
left.
Yeah.
I'm not used to being first.
Unusual.
This is bullshit. No. Hi, I'm Swifty.
Mhm.
I'm from Doig Swift, I guess. That's where I stream individually, and I play this little goober called Ritz in Lady V's amazing campaign with these other goobers.
Yay.
And yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Oh my god, I'm happy that you're here. It's so cool. Oh, by the way, guys, if you didn't know, the third episode of Ballad of Ennersval is on YouTube. You can watch it whenever you want, and there's some cool art there. Which I'm thinking we should show some of the art today later, if you're okay with it, Swifty.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we won't show everything, so some of the stuff you'll have to see when you watch it on YouTube. But we made a ton of art. We made a ton of art for this one.
much.
Guys with feral.
Yeah, a little bit. All right.
It was the first time we tried it, and we gave ourselves too much. That's all.
Oh my God! Hi, Artie. Just in time. Hi.
Imagine if you waited 5 seconds, you wouldn't have to introduce yourself first.
Yeah, well,
Damn
that's how it goes. Oh, by the way, chat, tell us how the audio is. If anyone is too loud or too quiet, I will adjust. Sinbuds, thank you. I put on the speed draw of the speed paint of this painting on YouTube today.
I saw it. I gave you a little
Yes.
thumbs up.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Finally putting some of the art content on YouTube, because so far I'm scamming people into believing that I only do D&D stuff. But anyway, Artie, who are you? Who are you?
Hi, I'm Artie. I'm an artist. I play Kova, or Yukova Nettlefoot in the Ballad of Ennersval.
Yes. Very good. Reb, who are you?
I'm Reb. I'm an artist. I stream on Twitch, and I play Wick.
And
it's 10 a.m.
Reb had a birthday this week.
Yeah.
I did. Yes. Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday.
to
Thank
you. I hope you had a wonderful time. Everyone wish Reb happy birthday. We're so happy that you're here with us, Reb. I'm so
Wow.
happy every time. You're such an awesome player.
Yeah.
Did you do something fun for the birthday?
Yeah, I did a silly stream with friends, and then I sat around and ate a bunch of cake, and
Oh hell yeah!
yeah, it was good.
What kind of cake? What are we?
It was cheesecake,
Oh, nice.
The good stuff.
the best,
Nice.
Any particular kind of cheesecake?
the New York style, the classic.
Oh,
Nice.
So good.
Nice.
it's cheesecake.
Shnu, yeah, do you have like any like lactose-free cheesecakes in your area?
That's a good question. I have had an Oreo vegan cheesecake before, and that was pretty good.
Ooh, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay, and speaking of Shnu, whomst are you?
Hi, I'm Shnu. I play Kari in this campaign. Kari is a cleric and a member of the Moonbear clan.
Yep.
And I am an artist in my
Yeah, you
country.
are. Yeah,
my
you
God.
are.
Like
Hell
a
yeah.
rare Pokemon. I'm like one of, I guess, 3 or 4 like local artists / animators where I live.
Probably a very tight-knit little group.
Oh yeah, yeah. We already know everyone.
Hell yeah. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
tough turnip, you are the latest addition to the crew of where the fuck is Vignette from, because the accent is so ambiguous. But yeah, I'm from Russia. I have a strange ooky spooky accent that people can't place, but there you go.
I'm scared.
By the way, guys, this is a funny little aside. We found the greatest time to start putting shit on YouTube because it's like the YouTube is cutting off any monetization or support on YouTube for Russia because our government is tightening up the screws even more. I'm like, I've chosen the dumbest time to do this.
No!
It's just funny. It's just one more reasons for me to finally try and get out, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We should just make you a YouTube and then manage it for you. And
I
then
mean,
send you
probably.
it.
I mean, I don't even know how it works, but so far our YouTube is very small, so I don't have to worry about it. But if I do have to worry about some of this stuff, I'm sure we'll figure it out. I'm not too worried. I don't do this for the possible future monetization. Obviously, I'm doing it because it's fucking fun. It's so fun.
Yeah.
Yims. Okay.
Put the gate down. Damn them.
Damn them. Well, you know how it is here. Anyway, I don't want to dwell on it too much. Speaking of fun, today we're talking about our last episode of Ballad of Ennersval. Episode.
I'm so excited. We can finally talk about it.
yeah. So yesterday evening we had a little watch of the VOD of the YouTube VOD, and we started chatting, but every time we'd be like, no, this is for tomorrow, because we want chat to be involved, and we want to hear your favorite moments, your theories, if you have any, etc., etc. So,
You've been so good, chat. We've completely held off.
Yes.
Just for you.
Yes. So, I think we should start the usual way. We're gonna roll a d4 in chat and see who's the first player we're gonna compliment. So, please type !roll space 1d4, and the first roll we get will decide who we're getting. Martina is quick on the ball. It's 3. It's the birthday gal. Hello.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Wick, as always, such a badass.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants to start? Because I have so many, I'm gonna hold off.
Gonna just see who does which one first.
Yeah.
It's a small one, but I was a big fan of the snatch the newspaper moment with the
Yes.
wait a second. Yeah, I know that place. Wait,
Yes.
wait. Especially because
really-
it was so set up.
Mm-hmm. It really shows the chemistry between the characters already, I feel like, the dynamic.
Yeah, it was perfect because Osmi was mentioned twice separately before in the session. So we knew about Osmi at this point, and then that little newspaper popped up. I was like, oh, it all comes together.
It's happening.
It's happening.
Yeah, it's like after you're revived, you're like, Osmi!
Oh, that was so cute.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
cute.
Mhm.
Love that.
Damn you and your cuteness.
Wife guy.
What a wife
Wife
guy
guy.
this week, huh? What a wife guy.
The visual's so fun as well of everyone being around the table and Ritz is struggling to read it and Kova's trying to help and then Wick just grabs it and is like, hang on a second.
Yeah.
I
Very
can see
cute.
it so clearly in my brain.
I was terrified that Wick would be like, well, we're going to the mines now. I was like,
Oh, absolutely
no.
not.
I was like, please, for the love of God, don't.
I know where a level 1 is not welcome, and that's a black dragon.
You are so correct. So correct. Yes.
With his 3 strength, Kova's gonna struggle to get you fucking away from that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Good
it's okay, we
evening.
don't have to fight the dragon, we just have to romance it.
Now we're talking. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, Wick is certainly not the one that's gonna romance the dragon, unless Osmi
Yeah,
suddenly
maybe
turns out to
Kova
be the
can marry
dragon.
it.
Yeah, Kobe should
Guess
marry
I'll
the
have to
dragon.
be the one.
Fine. Oh, Kari, the certified monster enjoyer. Fine. Don't twist my arm.
Last time you tried talking to a monster didn't go very well.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Which
true.
one? Oh, you mean Kova?
Yeah.
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 Little
Thank
Goombas.
goodness. Thank goodness we have smart party members
Whoa.
who are like, let's not go fight that dragon actually.
Arguably, he's equal because technically he did talk to a hill giant, so you know,
True.
Mhm.
even
That's true.
Stevens.
That's true. That's true.
I'm
Any-
gonna
yes?
take the Wick moment, the really obvious Wick moment. Of course, I'm gonna take this one.
Mhm.
Where
Aw.
we finally got to have a freaking conversation.
Yes!
Mhm.
Yeah,
And what
we
a
can
conversation
rip
that
some out.
was.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was so good. I
It
love
was-
that they got to just geek out about each other to each other. It was so cute. Them both being
Yeah.
like, piercings. Where'd you get yours done? Where'd you get yours done? Oh my gosh. And I'm really excited because I feel like now that Ritz has kind of spoken to everyone in the party properly, and he and Wick have had this conversation, and he kind of sees that she's someone he can talk to about stuff, it's unlocked so many shenanigans for them, and I'm so excited. I feel like, you know, when you like level up in a video game and suddenly you have like all these other options.
Yes.
That's like Wick dialogue options for me now.
Aw.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Eee.
That's
I'm
good.
so
Yeah.
excited for them to hang out more.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was like, afterwards, I was like, did I say too much? Because the part of me that's like the D&D player, where I'm like, I got my secrets, and like, and all these things, and I'm like, did I just like, what did I say? I blacked out. Where am I?
It was the perfect little lore drop. Just the smallest little drop into the chalice of lore, and we were all like, the Scorched Doctor?
Yes. Oh, that was so good. Oh.
Ooh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, and then everyone was recognizing you in the city. Well, some people were.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Mysterious? What's going on there?
Mm.
Yeah, the mention of Scorch Doctor, honestly, Reb, I was surprised. I was surprised that you brought it up. I was like, whoa, we're getting into it. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I was so surprised in a very happy way, because I'm like, hell yeah. Let's go.
Yeah. Like, I guessed because Ritz was talking about taking you guys to a doctor,
Mm-hmm.
and Wick was maybe worried he might be the same guy, so she was like asking him about it.
Yeah.
Like, does he look normal? It's like, what does that mean, Wick?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I guess
What
the
is this
stars
question?
aligned. Yeah.
Yeah, she has a healthy distrust of the medical system, just like everyone does, right? Right?
Sure.
Mhm. Yeah.
What's your favorite Wick moment, Reb?
Oh, ooh, I liked all of those, and also I really liked the moment, where Kova was talking about not being assertive enough.
Yeah.
And I got to do
yeah.
the little bit about like use your posture, sit up straight, put your
Yes.
shoulders back. Yeah,
Oh, that,
That
was,
was
so
so
cute.
cute.
that was cute.
Mm,
And I loved the hat bit. And
yes.
yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I love
it was
Wick and
good.
Kova. Like,
Yeah.
her being like, buddy, you gotta stop giving your gold away. This is
Yeah.
why. How often do you get a chance to heal? And it's just like, man, she's such a good friend.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
cute.
Gosh.
Guard says Ritz and Wick together are always gonna be good because you can switch their names to Rick and Wits, and that's really funny to me.
Nice. Me, Rick.
Hey.
If they ever do like a heist, I could see like just putting on mustaches and having Rick and Wits.
Yeah.
Yeah. For
Like,
sure.
hey, what's your name? It's Rick. Like Wits.
Very smart.
That's
No
good.
one will ever suspect.
Very smart.
Very
Well,
smart.
Wick is
Like-
pretty smart, so it's good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The one-on-one was definitely like the favorite, but second to that was a really small moment when Rick was like, "I'm gonna buy Kova. I'm gonna buy you a potion specifically." And then Kova's like, "No, it's fine." And then like, "Oh, I'll do it when I have the time." And then your reply was like, "How often do you have the window of time, huh, Kova?" I'm like, "Oh no."
Not often. Yeah.
It was so
How's that been
good.
going for you so far?
Yeah.
Get him. Get
It's
him,
like-
Wick.
Yeah, it's I love like anytime like there's interaction where like no one's really making statements so much as they're like asking questions. So in this case,
Yeah.
like you're scolding him by asking a question. He's like, "Yeah, no, I know you're
It's-
right."
It's so
Yeah.
fun because like Kova has not reached out as much to Wick during the last few sessions,
Mhm.
but every time they interact, it's some sort of like either it's Wick asking Salvia or the clerics for healing for him, or it's like oh, they're eating and he's uncomfortable, so she makes sure he's okay, or she checks up on him after he heals her up and it's like, you gotta get healing potion. It's all like checking in with him. It's so cute.
Yeah.
She's always looking out for him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like a big sister, like a very
Yes.
rude, socially awkward, but cool older sister.
Yeah.
The ultimate big sister.
I'm the
Yes.
big sister that'll beat up the bullies.
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
the vibe.
Mhm. Very
That
cute.
that cleric moment was really good though, as well. with-
Yes.
Mhm.
So true.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was very
offering
good.
to go and provide your services just to get Kova healed.
Mhm.
Dare you?
All right. Well, Chad, do you have any other favorite Wick moments before we move to the next character? Because you know, if you have something, this would be the time to shower Reb with compliments. Because, yes, because
What-
get
what
her.
about-
That's why.
It's a weird one. But the stand of specifically Wick and the sorcerer was so interesting. I don't know why, but I liked it.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
The sorcerer
was-
clocked Wick.
That was freaky.
Yeah.
I think that's why I brought up some of the stuff with Ritz, is because it was like Wick realizing how close they were to Ennersval and like, oh hey, maybe we need to talk about some stuff.
Yeah. I'm so curious about like this moment. What Wick thought of the standoff with the sorcerer. But I guess we'll get to it when they talk about it.
I almost
Yeah.
thought she was gonna one-shot her with that 10 damage.
Oh, she almost did. Like the
Almost,
sorcerer
yeah.
has very few hit points left afterwards. She like you guys surprisingly did 10 damage to every enemy you hit. That was very interesting to me. Yeah, she was the closest to death for sure. That's why she ran. She's like, nope, not doing this. Nope. Nope.
Yeah.
How much damage did the werewolf receive in total? Or was all of them like remaining at 10?
I don't remember at this point, but I think it was 10 because no one else
Only
attacked him
Kova hit him?
afterwards. Kova?
Yeah, Kova hit the 10 on the werewolf.
Yes, that is correct.
Damn. Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
little
I did
man.
Because Kari tried to do a cool spell, but it's a ranged.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
that was unfortunately like that's the unfortunate thing about those spells is that they're ranged. So if you miss, that's just a spell gone. You know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, give me. I can do something real quick in
Oh.
chat. Roll 4d6.
Oh, how much damage you would do? Hell yeah.
Mhm.
Ooh.
And
Well,
8.
8?
Well.
That's not very good
See,
damage.
what system I use? Physical, digital, Foundry, Discord.
Yeah,
Like,
use
I'm
use
cursed.
physical. Use physical.
Physical dice. All right. Let me get my dice.
Yeah, get him.
Yeah,
Dice,
8 with
dice,
4
dice,
d6
dice.
isn't. It's not.
Yeah,
not
that's
cool.
very much lower than average.
Yeah.
That's 2 on every dice, basically.
Mhm. Roll them bones.
Roll the bones.
What's everyone's like color for the characters? We got a
Um,
green, an orange, Kova and Wick. We got a purple for Ritz. And I'll
Uh-huh.
grab a blue for myself.
Ooh, hell
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, look at you.
Color coded and everything. Let's go.
All right. Ooh, okay, much better. We got 2 5s and
Nice.
then a 1 and a 4. Much better.
That's
That's
not bad at
15 in
all.
total.
Yeah,
was
that's
the
good.
one.
Yeah.
That
Which
is
color?
higher than average.
Was that for
Oh, we got-
guiding bolt?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love guiding bolt.
We got a 5 on the Ritz dice. We got a 1 on the Kova dice, 4
Damn.
on Wick, and 5 on Kari.
Nice.
Perfect.
Hell
I
yeah.
mean, at least I did damage to it in real, so.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
All right. Okay. Well, let's see who we compliment next. So, someone in chat, roll a d3 this time, and we'll talk about someone else from the play group. A 2. That's a Ritz, baby.
That's for
That's a
me.
Ritz. Our favorite Ritz moments. And of course, chat, if you have any, please let us know. We wish to hear. So, who has their first favorite Ritz moment?
Man, there are quite a number. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
want to go
yeah.
first again, but I've got some.
Like the trying to breathe fire and also
Yeah.
like getting like it's just such a cool moment, and like seeing the artwork
Yeah.
depicted made it even better. You're like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, you know what? Like I can't see images in my head, but like that's how I would have like envisioned the scene. It's fucking badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Just every time Swifty explains what she does in battle, it's so visceral. It's so like full of passion. It's very, very fitting to the character. Also, Applesauce says the friend brick. That was
God.
great.
That killed me.
I didn't get it for like a good 5 to 10 seconds. Why is Red laughing so hard?
Oh,
Because, like,
I
who's
finally
Brick?
got to meet one of his friends.
Nice.
It just reminds me of those rocks in Baldur's Gate.
Yes.
The stone of what the fucking smashing or whatever.
Yeah.
Stone
what it is.
smashing.
The stone of lockpick. The brick of
yeah.
lockpick. The
Robo-
lock brick.
The
Yeah.
lock
Lock
brick.
brick.
Oh my
The
god.
rock brick.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
making this a canon magic item. Okay, we're doing this. Robo says I was right there with you, Archie. So yeah, who in chat did not understand what Swifty was doing with the friend called Brick?
Because your name's Rit, so it was so believable for a friend to be named Brick.
True.
Yeah, that would be so in character.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's I mean, I loved Kova and Rit's like adventure together. That was great, but I can't get over like Rit's protecting Kova on the floor the whole way through the combat. That was
yeah.
So true. So true. Do we get fan art of the friend
Oh, no,
Brick?
it's just a quick Google, but
Oh,
I feel
I
like this
see.
is fitting.
I see.
There he is.
There he is. I'm gonna put him on stream.
Yeah.
Mr. Brick, say hi. You're on stream. Hi. Look at him, so cute.
Yeah.
Yay! Yeah, like that combat was so desperate and it didn't go well for us, but there were some really cool moments that came out of it because of that. Like
Mhm.
the produce flame moment, everything, getting to defend Kova was all awesome, but that wouldn't have happened if we'd been doing super well. So,
Yeah.
you know, it was
It's-
also all V giving us the opportunities to do that kind of RP.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
so interesting. Like as soon as this group wasn't backed into a corner before as much. Like last combat was pretty smooth. This time, it's clear how little they've worked together by all of them like doing their own thing, trying to be helpful, but being left to like their own devices, and nobody can really help each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get to see how characters act when their backs are against the wall,
Yeah,
and I think that's really interesting.
and
And I loved getting to do that.
I also can't not mention Poopa.
The poopers. The
Poopers.
I fucking
poopers.
lost it. I thought you were talking about like what he told about his dad like eating dung beetle. I was like, oh okay, haha, lol. And then you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, like the caterpillar. And it's like, what do you mean?
Yeah, as soon as you said that in session 2, I was like, he's not remembering the word pupa. He's remembering pooper, and it's gonna come back.
Fucking funny.
Yeah, that's so cute. Like that was the moment of like, oh damn, I need to learn how to do animation to make this moment because it's so dang cute. It's
Notes he showed
So
of that moment were so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Thank you, Wick, for being like, what are you talking about?
Oh.
Yeah, I have a few favorites because so the produce flame moment, half of the party was down when that happened.
Yes.
Mhm.
So
Timing.
I as a player got to see it, but Wick didn't get to see it. She has no fucking clue.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And that's just a thing that we have to deal with now.
It would be such a
Um,
cool bonding experience of you guys both like breathing fire, but I guess it's gonna happen later then. Who's to say?
Kova doesn't even get to know the whole thing of Ritz protecting him. I'm so mad about it.
Aw, yeah.
Yeah, and he's not the kind of character to tell you, so you're
Yes.
not gonna find out.
It's the main
It was-
reason I was like, please, I need to be healed. I need to see this.
It was
Yeah.
kind of like it's kind of poetic though, because it's like the team of Ritz and Kari from the the two teams that were individual, like our session 1.5 or whatever,
Mhm.
0.5, and it's like we haven't like fully talked about what happened to those sessions, and we got another moment of like just the two of you like
Yeah.
combat
Yeah.
and stuff. And I'm like, oh, but also the part I was thinking of the most was the meeting with the shady individual in the alleyway,
Yes.
and that whole interaction and the things that were said, and then also the bit the way that Ritz was so protective and so cool of and like putting on a brave face in front of Kova,
Mhm.
and like it was just so good. It was so good and so scary.
Yeah. Kova thinks Ritz is so cool.
Oh dear.
To be fair, I think Kova thinks that every other character in the party is super cool.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah. Kova thinks everyone's like the coolest person.
Mhm.
And we're all just constantly panicking, apart from Carrie.
Yeah, panic is more in the inside of like, oh, we can die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's let's sort that out.
Yeah. Honestly, Kova is right. Yeah, he is right. He is right. All
Yeah.
of these goobers are
Yeah.
very cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, that alley moment was scary.
Mhm.
Oh,
Because
that was great.
I very quickly got the beat of what was that. I was like, oh shit, actually wait, oh no.
I
Yeah.
loved how you changed gears because like, oh, I'm gonna go and like intimidate this fucking like, oh no, oh, and actually no, this is very dangerous. Oh,
Yeah.
even without this guy like actively threatening you, he was just being like normal self, and Ritz was like Ritz is not. He doesn't roll insight on people, but he has pretty good read on these kind of folk. You know, like he's like, oh, okay, don't fuck around with this guy. You know.
There
Yeah.
are people that he will roll insight on, and you guys will see who he rolls insight on. But
Yeah, because he's quite like an intuitive character, so it
Yeah.
feels like quite natural that he doesn't need to roll insight. He's just going with his gut, like in almost every situation, and he already has plenty of experience with these types of people. Like, don't give them an inch, like they'll take
Yeah.
your life.
like
It
he
was
was
fun.
he was gonna go for the intimidation, but there was a point at which just before it, I was like, he's not that stupid. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
that would be a really bad move right now.
I wonder what moment made you reconsider intimidation.
I guess I'd have to re-listen, but there was definitely a moment where I was like, wait.
I think it was when he started mentioning personal things about you, and you were like, okay, I need to shut him up. You need to stop talking.
hmm
Yeah.
And then immediately you got a lot more on like your heels instead of being in the advantage here.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I think Ritz was like, let's skip the small talk, but like in the most like putting on a brave face while actually sweating kind of way, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah. Ritz has some very obvious trigger points that Lady V knows.
And will exploit, absolutely.
Yeah.
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 Nico says Ritz has street smarts. He may not be clever, but he knows not to intimidate the wrong person. Very true.
Let's
the-
hope that he
that's-
stays that smart next session.
That was the fun part of that scene because I had to decide how like stupid Cove was gonna be
Oh
about
god.
But Cove and Ritz I think have equal wisdom, but
Mhm.
both from such different places.
Yeah.
Yeah, super true.
Yeah.
Super true. Oh god.
Yep.
It was a stupid decision for Ritz to bring Kova, and that's not Kova's fault. Like, how's Kova meant to know who's dangerous and who isn't?
Well.
I think it was a perfect for reasons because we had two people who have assumed, like, from what we've discussed, have been in Ennersval before, So we were like, okay, we split up, we know the streets, we know how to navigate things. And then we also, like, I quickly realized we split the party, and the two people who have, like, possible targets on their backs, too.
Yeah, we did that, didn't we?
Yep.
And so
Smart of
now
us.
the information flow is still different, and no one's on the same page. And
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
really need to talk like as a group.
I've prepped stuff. I've started
Mhm.
writing like dialogue options to figure out how I
Yeah.
can both be secretive and like still get this group to talk to each other.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was
That's
such a
the
hard
issue.
moment. It's like, okay, I mean, I'm like a character, like I want to figure out like what's going on, so I can't like go with Ritz because that doesn't feel like the most important thing. But having like gotten that insight and perception, on like, oh yeah, Ritz and Wick are both like getting a lot of foul eyes from people in the city. Like, I don't trust him
Yeah.
to be on his own, but I also like cannot give him the time right now. It's like,
Mhm.
okay,
I mean-
it's his city. He's got to have some trust in him.
Also, the only thing worse than Ritz and Kova rocking up to this dude is all four of us rocking up to this dude.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, if ooh,
You could have taken him.
I have thoughts. I have
Oh, yeah?
thoughts. I have meta thoughts.
oh,
Don't
We'll
worry
get
about
to
it.
we'll get to the metaphors. We'll get to like
Don't worry about it.
hypotheses.
Oh yeah, we will.
Where I was like, oh, I need to run away now. I tried.
Bye.
But yeah. Did anyone have their? Did everyone have their Ritz moment?
I mean, I want to. I think the Wick and Ritz talking was really sweet. And
Yeah. The
I-
shutdown.
I'm so sorry.
It's so funny.
I'm so sorry. The thing is, you came up to the character and were like, let's be honest with each other. Let's share some information. And me, the player, was like, oh, please, please. I want to know about Wick so bad. I want to hear everything. And then my character's like, no, actually, secrets are important.
Mm-hmm.
So don't worry about telling me anything. And it's like, that's what you do. But I wanted to know so bad what you were going to say.
yeah. Oh, because Wick took that as like she was like, no, I'm asking you your secrets. What are your secrets? and then Ritz is like, no, you don't have to tell me anything. And she's like, I'm not telling. No, listen. Shakes you by the shoulders.
It was so
Yeah.
stinky.
Why can't you be normal?
Why can't you be normal? Yeah, it
And
was
the
like so stinky
cartoon.
because Wick just makes such a compelling speech. Like, we have to trust each other and protect each other. Andrew's like, yeah, okay. Like,
Yeah.
let us
It's
think.
like, yeah, I
Like,
agree. I agree.
Yeah, we are, right?
Too, the fucking like immediate like, oh, I get it. Like if you want to get rid of me faster, that's
Oh.
fine. Like,
Oh,
what are
such
you
an
talking about?
annoying little bitch.
Yeah.
I can't. It's so perfect, but also so infuriating that both times that he said that, it's not been near Kova.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, that's what he heard. Because Wick starts the conversation. She's like, I know that you're wanted in this place and you've got people following you, and we don't want a lot of attention on us at the minute. And he's like, yeah, that makes sense. Here it comes.
Oh.
Oh,
Always waiting for the other shoe to
Mhm.
drop. Always,
Yep,
always.
he can hear it falling the entire time, and it's just a matter of when it hits.
Well, that's good because Kova doesn't wear shoes.
Nice.
Oh my god, got him.
God.
Oh. Yeah, it was a funny moment. Like I was initially going to like choose that point of like, okay, we've been traveling like since like our duo session, so this is a good point to have that like build up to a conversation before we enter the city, both to reveal some honest points, but also give Ritz the mom talk. But because it was such a good moment with Wick, I'm like, nah. No, this is great. I feel like this is a good point to end on.
Mhm.
We'll find another point to make it work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
a have a
Inspiring.
very very good like feeling on the flow. I think, Shnu. So you like you always know when the scene is like finished in a nice way. You don't try to push it, which is very very cool.
And Ritz wants to talk to Carrie too, so I'm sure it will happen
Yes.
probably next
Yeah.
session.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't, but Ari does want to talk to Carrie. Yeah.
All right, are we ready to roll another? Oh, actually D2 now.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So
Hey,
someone in chat
yes.
do a D2. Nico rolled a 1. That's a Kova.
Oh my god.
That's a
yeah.
Kova.
That's a Kova. I have one immediately.
Oh.
Kova being so surprisingly sassy with Gustav, Master of Smiles.
Yeah.
Showing up in a new city to the High Cleric and calling him greedy, being a sassy little bitch to him. Just like so unexpected from a little guy, you know? I loved it.
Mhm.
Everyone loved that.
Yeah.
Everyone loved that.
It was
I was
so
like, "Ooh, my
good.
chance. Ooh, finally.
It's so satisfying after he's been like so reserved the whole time to see him be like, no, fuck you. Actually,
Yeah.
Fuck for a cleric.
the I'm not your dear line gets me every time.
Yeah, that was good.
Get him.
Such a tiny little sass. I like it.
Yeah. But also,
Yeah.
it's great to see what Kova's like trigger points are in terms of what actually gets him riled up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool little peek
Mhm.
into the character.
I'm curious
What does
what
it all
you
mean?
think the trigger points are.
Mm.
That's interesting.
I'm thinking about the conversation you had with the mystery person.
Oh, yeah.
Juicy.
Juicy.
Oh.
I was surprised that you like immediately called him up to say, the fuck? So I almost died. Where were like immediately being like demanding explanation. I was like, whoa, someone's got some
Well,
bravery.
Like, it's been up to this point so quiet on that end. And he's been thinking like, okay, great, that's awesome, I love this. And then it becomes a point of like, I don't trust this anymore. And then it becomes a point of, I was almost dead. But like, that's fine? So what's going on? Are you, hey, knock knock, you out there?
Yeah.
Ugh.
What a cool scene though, because like getting to see your relationship with your patron for the first time, and you know what that dynamic is like, because none of us knew. Like it could have been all great, probably wasn't going to be, but it could have been all great, or it could have been that like, you know, they were really like sassing you and you were just taking it, or it could have been anything. So to see this kind of almost antagonistic relationship between both of you was pretty cool
Yeah,
and interesting.
They are complicated.
Yeah,
I
I wouldn't
like-
say they're like antagonistic necessarily, but there's definitely baggage there. There's baggage.
Oof.
Yeah, there's like a push and pull. There's like a power thing going on.
Yes,
Yeah, it-
absolutely.
Yes.
It very
I
much
was-
felt to me like sorry. You want to finish?
No, you go.
Finish it? Oh. It for those who've seen Renfield, it's a very similar dynamic to me for like Dracula and Renfield. Like you have this kind of like in this case like a verbally abusive master who's like, oh yeah, all the things I do for you, like you're such a burden, like, oh, when will you learn like to stop being a child? It's a very it feels like very much like that sort of dynamic. And you're like, oh, this is good. Oh, little covert.
Yeah. Also, yeah, Pilkey made a very good
Yes.
representation of what happened.
So funny.
My job here is done,
Yeah.
but you didn't do anything. You're welcome.
Yeah.
It's so like, it's not difficult, but it is like, it's so interesting playing a character, because I would like scream and shout and sass at this man and be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Shut up. But Kova wouldn't, but he wouldn't not say anything. So be like having to moderate what he says in that way is so interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I because I was really excited because I think like from our 0.5 adventure, like Wick still doesn't know, I don't think, anything. She hasn't noticed anything happening or like know that the whispers. But as a player, I saw a little bit in our session, and I was like, this seems like a good relationship. Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, I wasn't expecting them to be like this.
Well, that's the thing. Like, he has been present through all of the sessions so far, like even the 0.5 that chat didn't see, he was present. And I'm trying to go for that mix of mysterious, helpful, and unhelpful at the same time. We don't know exactly what his motivation, what the fuck is he thinking. Like, I'm trying to go for that, and I think so far it's working.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I love him.
He's just like, oh, you're alive? You're welcome. They're like, what do you mean? What did you do? It's like, wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy? Like, he has that sort of energy around him. He's like, the fact that you exist, like, that's the blessing that you should feel like, good for that.
Yeah,
Buy
like
tickets. Like,
I think
I love that.
Oh yeah, I think in the first session, like, there was a moment where when Kari used her mind link with all of us to do telepathy, and like, there was a moment of Kova reacting very poorly to that,
Yeah.
having someone else in his mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if anyone else picked up on it because I had like that a little bit of insider knowledge from 0.5 or whatever. But I was like, that must have been a bad feeling.
Yeah.
Wick doesn't know.
Yeah, knowing
Wisdom.
that he's a warlock, I was like, there could be something here. And like, there's something I haven't played around with like mind link before, because normally it's just like in other campaigns, like V and I playing in Robos, and like both of our characters have like this telepathy and we use it to communicate. But this character has the opportunity to just set up a mind link and listen. And I haven't taken advantage of that yet. But like, that's a really fun like mechanic to just put into practice.
Well, it's not like you can read their thoughts. That's not it. You can establish a connection to talk in their mind, or for a period of time, they can also respond to you back if you so choose. But it's not like you can read off of them. There is a spell for that in D&D called Detect Thought. Detect Thoughts, yeah.
Mine has to be, I think, like a willing, like, it's not like you're communicating everything throughout it, but it's like there is a communication option there.
I see.
Yeah,
It's
but
like a walkie-talkie.
I'm so curious for if any of you ever get Detect Thoughts, because that would be so interesting.
Oh my god.
Starts like nose bleeding when you get in his head.
Oh yeah, and then you cast it on Ritz, and there's just like this like whooshing sound.
Coco Melon.
Country Melon. Yeah, Country Toad on repeat. Yes, absolutely.
I think Ritz noticed that moment with Kova in session, maybe even session 1 or session 2 with the mind link, but he truly just thought that Kova was reacting to the fact that Carrie was in his head for the first time, and everyone is shocked and freaked out when Carrie goes into their head for the first time. So nothing was read into it.
Yep.
It was just like, haha, yes, there it is. Everyone's freaked out. I knew they would be.
Yeah.
Any other favorite Kova moments?
The
Oh my God,
dream.
so many.
The dream.
A dream.
That
Oh.
dream.
Afterwards, when we get to like DM moments, we'll discuss like
Oh,
any possible hypothesis, because I hear there are some theories as to what's happening, and of course they are not in character, but it's curious to discuss.
I really liked the Kova moment with the doctor, because Kova got pissed off in a way that I haven't seen before, to the point where he like let the doctor put hands on him, like in a place where he was clearly uncomfortable having people he trusts much more than the doctor putting hands on him. So Ritz was like, "What the fuck are you doing, my dude? Like, what's going on here?" So I'm excited to hear Artie potentially talk about that either later or now.
Absolutely. And also Jada says, I love the implications of the dream. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I hate the implications of the dream, actually.
You do?
I love
It's-
it narratively.
It's so fucky that you chose me for that. Or like
I
the
didn't
dice,
choose you.
Like
Yeah.
the dice
Yeah.
rolled me. Because it threw me off so hard. But funny you mentioned the doctor, because that was actually my favorite moment to play as Kova 2. Because the agitation in the temple was a lot more like irritation, and like fed up, and like kind of like I don't like it. The doctor one was a lot more personal.
Mm.
And that was a lot more like a switch he put on, which later on then like influenced the rest of his day and how he acted during
Ooh.
it. But that doctor, like, especially because Ritz hyped him up so much, and he was like, "Oh yeah, Ritz is probably right. Like,
Oh,
Ritz is
yeah.
great."
In Swifty's defense, it's because
Yeah.
I intentionally hyped up the doctor to Swifty beforehand, and like Swifty was so pumped out, like hell yeah, this guy. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh,
But there was like
no.
snare after snare that this doctor specifically hit for him, and they're
Ooh.
so interesting, every one of them. And I was like, okay, I see how this is going.
Yeah.
It's so I liked it a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I want to hear more about it, but I also don't want you to spoil anything that you
Yeah,
might
we'll
be.
probably get back to him. We'll
Oh,
probably
yeah.
get
Yeah,
him
cool,
again.
cool,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I'm
But yeah,
sure.
I love that
I'm sure
moment.
you'll circle back.
I'm just such a fan of the moments that you'll do where you get to get like a peek into the character that you haven't yet seen. And there were so many good ones this episode.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh.
And as far as I understand from your guys' position, whether or not you go with the doctor's like curse alleviating option, it feels like you are going to investigate what happened in there. So I'm sure that Kova will have the opportunity to, you know, divulge information or opinions that he might have.
Ritz is 100% looking into this.
Nice, good to know.
Yeah, we've been together for a week now. Actually, we've
That's
hit day 7.
true. Yeah, it's a week since you guys met. Isn't that interesting?
Whoa.
That's not counting like session 0.5s.
I mean, to be fair, that's the same day, like the same day
Yeah.
as the first session. So
Yeah,
All
I
right.
don't know if it was for you guys, but it definitely was for Carrie and Ritz.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
I specifically, it was a bit difficult to plan session 0.5. For chat's benefit, it's the sessions I was doing for 2 groups, for Kari and Ritz, and for Kova and Wick separately, to keep them, like, give them a little bit of a challenge to overcome together, and then they meet up in a specific spot. And for me, it was a bit of a challenge to plan them in a way that I know both of them will take approximately the same amount of in-game time, and where they meet, and who's going to get there first, etc., etc. So it was a little bit of like that hypothetic synchronization, but it actually worked out. Nice. Okay. Well, I think. Oh yes.
No, I still got that.
Oh, you got it. Let's go.
Yeah, my favorite Koba moment was after being sort of healed and awakened and recovering. The first thing he did was check up on Ritz and heal him. I thought that was a very sweet moment. He's like, oh yeah, the very like selfless act. Much like the money thing, where he's like, I'm just gonna give all my money away. You know, you need it more than I do. Oh, here's my healing. I'm covered in my own blood and werewolf spit, but no, you need my healing. Yeah. it's just very good, very sweet.
Yeah,
And again,
adorable.
Very sweet.
like
Ritz is
perfect
enjoying
moment.
about it.
yeah, no, I can imagine. You know.
When giving away that fucking flag.
Oh yeah, that was
Mm.
surprising. That was a big gift for Kova.
Yeah. I was in my looting in my inventory and I was like, I've got limited time because Kova is the type to like look in a bag and then feel like people are looking at him and then hurry and rush.
Oh yeah,
Um,
self-conscious. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, what would he give? Oh, this is big enough. Sure. And then I was like, damn, that's
Damn.
like years
Damn.
worth of an item just fucking gone.
Yeah.
It's so real though.
Oh,
It's so
boy.
real. Like I want to
Yeah.
give this person something. What can I give them? Oh shit, oh shit. I'll give them my favorite Pokemon card. Oh no.
Oh no.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
That's
That was so
exactly it.
cute though. I think that's such a nice example of how Kova is as a character. He doesn't really think about his own profit or what's gonna happen to him afterwards. He just does it, you know.
Yeah, he's hoping to find Big Boy again so he can ask it back.
Oh, hopefully, hopefully,
back.
yeah, hopefully, Big
Yeah.
Boy survives long enough for you to do so. Yeah,
Why do you say that about every character?
because it's
Yeah.
funny.
I'm so
every
scared
time,
all the time.
yeah, every time they're like, "Oh, I love this guy," I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm sure he's gonna have a long life." And I was like, "Can you shut up?"
It's such a worrying thing to say.
It's just
She had that with
funny.
Savante yesterday too. Fucking bitch.
Yeah, yeah. I know you guys love Svante. I would never do anything to him. Never.
You leave that precious man alone.
Yeah. Leave him alone.
Leave him alone. Jada says, "Big boy is probably safe. It's not like there's a werewolf loose nearby or anything." Yep.
I mean, look at the size of that guy. You could
Imagine if he
fucking
becomes
kick him.
like a giant werewolf.
Giant.
God.
Okay, well,
A
I'm
wereboy.
rewriting the campaign now. This is big bad evil guy. Clearly, that's a very good idea. Swifty, you know what? I'm gonna make a note of it. And next time we do our world building sessions, we're gonna like homebrew a were giant because that's fucking metal, and I like
It
it.
is,
Yeah.
right?
Steve,
No, it's gonna be great.
you did this.
It's gonna be great. It's not my fault.
It's not my fault.
Yeah, it's the Azara from Dragon Ball. Great ape.
Oh.
All right, I feel like everyone did their Kova moments. Oh, yeah, Bat says Skova struggling to put his gold back in his wallet in the checkout line. Yeah, that would be him for sure. For sure.
Yeah. He'd be the one left by his mom to like stand at the register and then
Yeah,
cry.
yeah, absolutely. He would cry.
Yeah.
Big boy would become a good boy. He's already a good boy, but you
He's
know,
already a good boy.
also a fluffy boy now. All right,
Oh,
so we have one more character to discuss, which is Kari.
It's a carry.
It's a Kari.
My favorite one is for sure when she freaked the guy out so bad he drank himself into a stupor and then didn't tell anybody.
Good times.
God, that's so funny.
The unintentional like trolling of this guy was great.
Yeah.
The more we get to know Carrie, the more it becomes clear to Ritz and probably the others that, like, the law isn't her priority.
Mhm.
Like, she'll break the rules if she feels like it's morally right to do so.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which is pretty cool because that's not something he expected from when he first met her.
Yeah. I think Kari has strict rules, but they are not necessarily aligned with the legal system, you know? Like she has a strong code of conduct and her own morals, but they might or might not align with whatever the society expects.
Yeah, like that
Yeah.
situation, for example, was very much like, it's a hot summer day, you see a dog like stuck in a car.
Yeah.
Where's the owner? It's like, you know that there's a time limit there. Like in this case, here's a drunk man who is like perfectly willing to drown himself in alcohol and like possibly to the point of hurting themselves, and like they've clearly already been doing that for some time. So if they're not in a position to take care of themselves, that's where you bust in. Like you're freeing that the dog in the same way. Like that's how she would see that person, is that you're not capable of helping yourself. Now we intervene.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You smash that window, you hotline that car, you drive it away, you park it in your garage, and you adopt the dog.
GTA style.
Yeah, I would agree with Wilkie. It is lawful good, but lawful doesn't always mean laws of the land, you know?
Yes, your own law. That also fits with my other moment that in the session freaked me the fuck out is when Kari just like did combat like attacking spells all the way in. I was like, oh no, please I can help. Please let me in. And then afterwards,
me
like,
in.
no, this is good. Like this is such a like moment of showing how Kari relies on herself and has done that. And it's such a fitting one for the whole combat. It was very
The
interesting. I
strength of
liked
the
it.
warrior.
Yeah.
I thought it was so interesting because she does have that warrior background, and like it was so like your choices in battle were so crafty, and like it was such a good plan, and like it was so like, yeah, this is Kari's version of a cleric, is that she's a warrior cleric and she's doing her own thing, and it was so cool. And then we got that, like, my favorite moment was the natural 20 on the intimidation
Oh yeah.
But the sheep.
to get the sheep, and I was like, that's just so fucking poetic.
Yeah, it was a very cinematic moment, and I definitely was like, the moment Kari's like, oh, I'm gonna take the sheep, I'm like, oh no, no, because if you rolled lower, anything lower than a 20 would have resulted in them shooting you, and then who knows what happens, because you're not having like a lot of HP left, you know. So I was like, oh boy, this is so dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love that.
I know,
Huge swings.
Yeah.
like I wrote it in like the Discord chat yesterday. It's like high risk, low reward. A sheep that means nothing like to this character. Like it was really funny because like for Kari, she didn't want that sheep. She didn't want to go on this quest to get it in the first place. Like for her, like this was an entire like waste of time. But at this point, like having suffered so much injury from the entire party, it's like, you know what? I just fought a werewolf. Like we kind of like we won the round at this place. Like sure, like they're still there, but they're distracted. They're running away. Like they've already seen like our sort of like prowess in combat, and like these archers haven't hit Kari yet. So I'm like, I'm angry now, and technically, she's angry at the players. But she's taking that out like right now in this moment. Like I'm just gonna get rid of her frustration and get the sheep. If we get the sheep, then like we'll live another day and we'll be fine. Again.
Hold on,
That's
did you
really
just say
funny.
you win the round? Did you just say you won the round?
Yeah, we won the round.
We got the sheep.
That's funny.
We got the sheep. We
Yeah,
win.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
We didn't win the
Yeah.
war. We won the battle.
You won the sheep.
Yeah.
You didn't win the battle. He fucking let you live, but you won the sheep.
Yeah.
It's
But they
so
weren't gonna
funny
be
me,
able to-
though,
the-
that,
the
like,
werewolf was gonna-
motivation.
Yeah.
Sorry, Wick, go.
No, I was just gonna say, like, that werewolf was gonna break through any second. They I don't know. They're lucky we showed
Oh,
up.
I can tell you what my plan was with my
Oh?
first spell. So I wrote to Vienna. I was like, hey, I want to use the command spell, and the word that I want to use is brother. So I wanted to sack the werewolf on the leader straight away.
Ooh, that would have been so good.
Yeah, that would be
I
very
was-
interesting, but unfortunately,
Yeah, dice being the way they were, both spells just didn't work in that capacity. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I could save a healing, or I can go for an attack. At this point, like, I have to tank, so I really like need to get an attack in at some point so that everyone is more worried. But
yeah.
God.
I'm not gonna tell you much about them because they're still alive, but I can tell you, like,
Yeah.
at the end of that fight, the leader was not even bloodied. Like, he could go longer, and he would probably pummel Ritz if he wanted to. But Ritz had such a, like, presence of spirit that the guy took a shine to him.
That's so scary.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Don't know how I feel about that. Well, I mean, that's good in a way because I had a plan, and it wouldn't have worked either way in that case.
What's your plan
So-
then? If you want to talk about it. If you want to keep it for a rainy day, then that's fine.
Well, I'll keep it for a little later today
Yeah,
because I want to keep to complimenting Carrie rather than.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
But yeah, there's something so funny to me about the fact that Carrie's motivation for going and getting the sheep was she was just pissed off like,
Yeah.
over Ritz and Wick for getting them into the situation.
We had no clue.
yeah,
So
So it's like-
mad.
yeah, it's funny to say like now. Like I can do it again properly like in the summary next session.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was
Please.
definitely just like
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other favorite Carrie moments that I had. Carrie like really showing where her values lie, with the cleric and with Gunhilda. Like I want to ask you, Shnu, about like how Carrie feels about Gunhilda, because there were some harsh words said to Gunhilda in the Blue Heel.
Yeah.
Ritz wasn't there for them, but I loved that moment so much
Such
because
good
you just get to
speeches.
see. Yeah, you're so good at speeches.
The
like, you're
Ratatouille
a
speech.
doctor as well.
Gosh. Yeah, I remember I wrote it in my notes. So I was like, oh yeah, the thing with Gunhilda was up to now several people's like Ritz, Greta, Gunhilda, Betri, Svante, Big Boy, like technically everyone there has been in a bad state, has been incapacitated or like otherwise, at a disadvantage for whatever reason. And like that because that included both Greta and Gunhilda, and all of them several times. Like if we're going about it like really robotically and mechanically, they're a burden. We don't need to keep them in the party. Like they can, like they're a waste of space, and yeah, but that's
Damn.
what she's hearing when she's like hearing Gunhilda like try and give this like piece of wisdom, and because what she's saying directly affects her, it's like you're telling me that I should second guess all of my actions, which include someone in the session 0.5. It includes like a lost crying little girl like in a forest. It includes an old woman, which being Gunhilda, like surrounded by gnolls, like about to be dinner, then once again being incapacitated near death, and having their like strength taken away. Like they could have been left at any of these points, and the first time she's seen someone who's from her own city, who's like clearly been a health professional, has been a doctor who's helped several people, you're seeing this person in like what, an hour sort of time or less, because they were in another room, who needed help. And because like they're being ignored and seen as lesser than them, like Kari's feeling after that is like, what part of you thinks that you're better and more valuable than this individual? So it's such a like it's a hard like point of a value for Kari to deal with, because at that point it's like, are you in any way, shape, or form like grateful? Obviously, she's super exhausted. She's on like what, one strength point at this this time. She's been traveling for ages. Yeah, and because we haven't had like much chances or like screen time to have like more chats with her, like we haven't really been able to gauge what her true feelings were at this point. Like she just wants to get everything over and done with. She has a funeral to attend to, so those are the moments where Kari chooses like, it's not really worth me getting into it further than what was said. And then having Wick follow up, I think was a nice moment. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna leave it there.
This is part of the reason why I'm so excited about out of all the players having a sort of feud with you specifically, because I know out of everyone, when it comes down to like the talk, I know that you're not shy to make my character seem like a bad person, because you're really good at speeches and like making sense. Even though you, like from her point of view, it could also be like, you know, she's tired, she's gone through the fucking gutter, she's like, she's not doing great. But still, like, Kari and you are so good at just driving a point across. It's so potent.
What a good point as well.
I think saying Kari and Kova could have a feud is very generous to Kova, because I can't imagine this little guy is like, well, actually, you know?
Yeah, that's why I'm excited, because I know like a lot of players would try to like mediate maybe, or like see it from both sides and like, you know, get it over with and get everyone happy. But I know Shdu, and I know that's not specifically the case.
Like it's funny seeing and like learning more about like each of our characters, because there's a lot of stark differences. One is like your patron versus like the mother of the moon bear. Like the relationship dynamic is already very different there. Like who we serve and what we serve is very different. And obviously like indirect versus direct personalities, there's so many contrasts that this is probably why it works so well for us to have the potential for like disagreements like this.
It's fun because in person I'm very direct. Simply Kova, I'm like, you're right, Kari. Great.
I'm curious if you ever talked to Gunhilda about this, because I know what she thinks, and I'm not going to tell you now because I think it would be interesting to talk about it in character, but there's definitely some wild assumptions on Kari's part that are not correct in terms of what Gunhilda actually thinks. But I also don't think that Kari thinks of Gunhilda high enough to like talk about it more. Like I think the assessment of she's very tired and exhausted, so there's no point in reasoning, also pretty true. Like it just depends on how much you guys as a party want to continue talking with these characters, because like Gunhilda, Greta, and Vetri, I mean, they kind of quickly lose priority as soon as you get to the city.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Like-
that's okay because it's like they're safe now, and that's kind of
Yeah.
what we were
Mhm.
trying to do as
Mhm.
characters was just like get them to a place where they could be safe and then do their own thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, with like Gunhilda, it's not that like her advice is bad. Like telling someone that, oh yeah, you shouldn't help everyone because it can hurt you. Like that is a true statement. And that has like wisdom and value in it. But the way that she delivers it,
Oh yeah. Oh
in
yeah.
that moment, like it ends up affecting like way more people. And if you're
Yeah.
applying that advice to all of the circumstances so far, people die, and like that's not acceptable. And for any cases, like yeah, you have someone who's exhausted, what they say in that moment, like it's not something that you want to hold against them. So even Kari in that moment, like has enough wisdom to say like, yeah, like they're going through a tough time. There are other things. It's like you have other things bothering your life that are severe, and you project out at something else. So you
Yeah.
hear someone like have a rant about a TV show, a moment, I don't know, someone chews their food loudly, and you snap at them, and like you understand, oh, they're angry about something else entirely different. So I'm not going to like snap at them in retaliation for this thing. I'm going to like find a way to understand what they're going through.
Yeah.
But obviously, if they're not that integral to the story, if it doesn't like feel like it means enough, then it doesn't have to like progress any more than that.
Well, I'm sure
I-
there will be other opportunities to like for NPCs to challenge your views and vice versa.
Yeah.
I'm really glad that that conversation happened with like Wick and Kari being with Gunhilda, because Wick took it personally. Wick very
Oh.
much was like, yeah, you're right. We running ourselves too thin. We shouldn't help people. You're right. You know,
Oh my
like.
gosh.
And then Kari doubles down, like, "Hey, fuck you, Gunhilda." And
Yeah.
Gunhilda's like,
Fuck
"Oh, oh, okay."
It's me as a person as well. I was like, Gunhilda's correct, and Kari said that. I was like, wait.
That's the thing. Like
Yeah.
they're both correct. That's what's so cool about real world and also D&D. Like you can find very realistic and grounded points of view that are conflicting but both true, you know? Which is so cool. I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I love it. Speaking of the same thing, Gustav was very much the same, but we'll get to it. We'll get to it later.
We'll get to Gustav.
Oh,
we'll
we'll
get
get
to
to it.
Gustav.
That was another favorite Kari moment when she cleric confronted Gustav.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. Jada says, also, it's safest for everyone if you don't really like Gunhilda, lower chance of killing them off for trauma. Both of you to assume that I won't kill just anyone for fucking giggles. Like, come on.
That's funny.
Oh my god.
No.
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 Never.
All right,
Never.
any more Kari moments?
Oh my god. Well, the hair braid for
Yeah,
Greta
that was so cute.
Just a really nice little moment of them bonding.
Yeah.
And I'd be kicking myself if I didn't mention the Yeti law drop. Fucking
yes.
wild carry law.
Again,
Wild.
I was so surprised. Just like with Wick, I was surprised that it came up so quickly. I was like, whoa, people are just like really opening up suddenly. I wish they did that where everyone can hear them, but this is still pretty cool.
Yeah, what I've tried to do with like Kari so far, even like having the one-on-one with like Wick, is like just dropping some things but not really expanding on it. And usually in that case, like with Ritz over there, it's like, okay, there's still two people who are down. Like this is not really the time for a conversation. It's a nice like point of levity to have a bit more of a jovial conversation after a fight, rather than go like, oh yeah, she's gonna snap at at Ritz at this point, like, yeah, your choice to send Kova in, dumb as shit. Like, no,
Yeah.
okay, like I always
Destroy
think,
him, Carrie. Fucking
yeah,
destroy him.
he's already on 4 HP and like is anxious as hell, like already feels bad. Like, no, he already feels bad because he can see like two people passed out and bleeding like to death. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
no, we can have a bit of a joke at this point.
Also,
and then
Ritz
later.
played a very cosplayed a sad puppy very, very well in that moment.
yeah.
So Kari kick him when he was down would be so sad to see.
Mhm, mhm. Yeah, because then it would have meant like everything after that is super awkward. The characters like are revived, like, oh man, what happened? And Ritz is just like, oh man.
Yeah,
Which is
he's
just
like
the saddest
trying
he's
not
ever
to
been.
cry.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Also, Filky says, wait until next session when we find out Kari also killed a Tarask single-handedly.
Right. The actual
Yeah.
story of just I kicked his ass and then we became friends.
Yeah,
Like,
it's amazing. And it's correct.
Sounds like Carrie.
I'm so happy that we're able to like facilitate Kari still being very cool as a first level character, because we talked
Yeah.
about this before in like world building streams, where if a character has some history of being cool, it's so difficult to play a first level because like your rolls are very much dependent on luck because the bonuses are so low, your HP is
Yeah.
low, your damage is low, but it's still like it doesn't get in the way of how badass Carrie like appears, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Everyone really feels like fitting for their backstory in how they are acting and are performing in combat now.
Yeah, we were speaking a little bit about the dice the other day and how like sometimes they can crush cool moments that you want to have, which can be frustrating. But I think it's like when it comes to Carrie in combat, there's like a consistency and reliability to her character that none of the other ones have yet. That makes her really feel like a rock in combat, which I think is super cool.
Yeah, no, that helps. Like for me, I've always found like having things that allow me not to roll give me a good experience. And I've played enough campaigns where like it's just been a consistent thing. If I rely on rolls, oh my god, bad stuff. Just
But to be
ones
fair,
or like nothing.
your persuasion in this episode was really high. I was not expecting Kari to be so high on a charisma roll as well.
Yeah, because it's a 7. I think you allowing me to use intimidation definitely like helps a lot for those moments. Like without that, I think that it would have been something that suffered quite a bit. But
This was good. Thank
The
you.
rules being bad also helped a lot, and Kari not feeling like she dominated the fight on our end. I think if all of her spells went correctly, it could have been really good, but it would have felt like Kari was like the one to look at in our team for any sort of like combat related stuff. Because last battle as well, she was like the main like hit absorber and just being able to block everything. So it's fun to see like Kari struggle a bit.
oh yeah,
it's refreshing.
And the drama.
Well, remember how, like, second episode, I thought we're gonna have a boss battle, and then you breezed through it, guys, and I was like, oh, I need to, I guess I need to crank up the difficulty on this one.
Yeah.
And this is
Yeah,
where
you
we
did
are.
that.
I did that.
You did that.
Successfully.
Wow.
God.
Wow.
The moment that you like started fighting us with the other characters, I
Okay,
was
well,
like,
I
"Wait."
guess we're talking about DM moments now.
Yes, we
Go
are.
on.
Yes.
We made assumptions. Our characters made assumptions before we went into that battle that ended up really like turning out to be wrong.
Oh yeah, it was so funny because at the end of episode 2, you were like, okay, this is what we do, and I'm like, oh, they don't know how much of like bitches these guys are. Oh, it's great because I knew that they would not be helping you. For sure.
Yeah.
Like they would not be helping, and they were very much inclined to see the werewolf kill all of you. So I was like, oh, the assumptions that they're operating on, they're gonna go right into the trash can.
Yeah, I had some stuff set up, some plans, and you saying before the fight that the mage was talking to the guy and being like, no, this might be what we need, would have really saved him from one of the plans I had that could have gone real bad.
Ooh la la.
God.
Do you want to
like-
talk about your plans, or do you want to?
I'll talk about it after the moments. I'll talk
Okay.
about it after
Yeah, we'll compliment you
DM
first.
first.
Ah.
And then yeah.
With
The
that,
fight.
oh.
The fight, V. It's
fight.
so good. I mean I've already this is like you've heard this from me before, but I have to say it on D&D Brief to make sure everybody in chat hears too. That just the way that you describe things so cinematically, and the way that when people miss and stuff in combat, you're not just like, well, they miss. You like roll that into you take the opportunity to make it a more dramatic moment
Yes.
by turning it into something else that leads into the next action is so cool, and it makes it just so fun to RP, and every moment feels so, I don't know, it's just, it sucks
It's
you in.
so good. A DM yes-anding flavor in combat of another person is always so tasty, so good.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I've often found like combat to be a little dull in D&D, but so far, like I think between you and like Robert's campaigns, I've been enjoying it so much, and even missing like, oh, I miss a spell, like damn, I really need the spell slot because it was either this or healing. But even missing like the guiding bolt. I love that you add the description like, oh, it's not just because like poop, you know, your hand isn't performing today, your god isn't talking to you. It's the werewolf that you're in combat with like swipes your hand and like the blast still happens, but it just like lands elsewhere, and again feels like way more cinematic, and it feels like a genuine moment that would happen. So you don't feel like you're like, oh damn, I didn't do any damage, but at least like the combat flows nicely.
I'm glad. Thank you, guys. Also, Pilky says, my favorite DM moment, rewatching yesterday with V and saying, this is where I can tell DM you're panicking, and V saying, I had several plans. Yes, that's true. So here's the thing. A little, I guess, look behind the curtain. This was not a full werewolf. I think if anyone knows the stats of a normal werewolf, they would know that, first of all, they have a multi-attack, which on first level against 4 characters would be crazy.
Scared of that.
Yeah, and in general, his stats are just a little lower, like his AC, his HP is much lower. And I knew that even with all of that, the fact that there is a chance that the other 4 characters join into the fray, and the chance is very high, I knew that this fight would be a tough one. Like, it's really difficult. So I had plans depending on what happens. Like, depending if someone like actually does die, or you guys like put down your weapons, or you run away, etc.
Yeah, I was. We mentioned it in chat too, but I was terrified of the idea that this might have been a guy that's resistant to non-magical except silver. I was so scared of that.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. You guys did not check. You don't know. You don't know by this point if he was or if he wasn't. Dim Sun says, my compliment for Lady V is how well you DM a party that splits up so often.
Oh god.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm sorry about it.
No, it's okay. Like I went through a grueling training as a DM in a game store for a few years with players who did not know table etiquette, and they were trying to prove themselves right and the GM wrong all of the time. There was like a psychology of playing against the DM a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And then after that, I DM'd a campaign for 2 years, I think, that was 7 players.
Woo.
And yeah, people like splitting up is not as difficult for me. Especially because there's only 4 people, it's very manageable. My only gripe with it is that there's so much juice that is happening there that other characters don't have a hand in, and I would very much like for all of you to have the information available to you. You know, like that's the only thing I would love to change. But honestly, so far it just feels very natural. Like you don't have as much trust as a group yet, you don't have a unifying purpose as much, so it's very understandable, and I'm not gonna rush you guys on this. I'm gonna just gently give you opportunities where you can shine as a group.
Yeah, and we'll take them because we all want to be together as a group eventually. It's just our characters are currently in that weird space.
Like
it's
okay, you go.
It's not so much like like with other groups, I would say that this could easily become something infuriating and like annoying. But it feels just like oh damn it, like oh they could have known, and like a near miss, and like oh these guys are being so silly and stupid. But it feels in character and it feels logical as well.
Yeah.
Like I like this point because like everything feels like a point of learning. Like all the characters splitting off, and even like, you know, Ritz and Kova like splitting off, doing their shenanigans, and then like, oh yeah, the characters are sort of being mistrusting. Like all these sort of mistakes help for the character growth later on. So if Ritz gets really roughed up, no one's gonna leave him alone after this. We're like, yeah, no, we're having a buddy system, or everyone travels together. Like there is no other option over here.
Right.
And that's
think-
also really nice for the storytelling.
Yeah, I think it's the beginning phases of a D&D campaign. It's like, you know, you're in it for the long haul with the party, but the characters don't think that. And they all have their own ideas, and we get to the city, and it's kind of like, okay, well, let's get tonight, do our thing, like,
Deliver
and
that
then
box.
the box. I
The
can't believe we
box.
forgot about the box.
Yeah, I was
didn't
like,
forget.
wow, they're really just like vibing with that box, huh?
We got so many side
No.
quests, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, like the green banners and stuff, and like there's so many concepts and so many we're plagued by concepts.
I
But
mean, to me at
but
least, it's
also-
like the healing is the most important thing first,
Yeah, yeah.
and then the box. You know.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
and that like I feel like the healing also became the priority, also because one of our party members is also afflicted. But being able to understand the curse allows us to further like be understanding what's happening with the plot. Like, why does this box matter? Sure, there is someone who can tell us like why exactly this is the case, but maybe they don't give us all the pieces. And like, I'm not expecting them to be like a masterful cleric who understands like everything about curses. So having another like run in with Gustav also gives us opportunity to like understand like, oh yeah, well you healed them. Do you actually like
Right.
know anything about a curse that you can share?
That's-
and then
that's
move
kind
on
of
from there.
Wick was kind of like, well, me also, I'm like, we can't do anything else until Kova doesn't have 3 health or three strength.
Fine. he's gonna
We
live
can't just
anywhere.
keep going like that, you know? So
Yeah,
I'm like,
for
okay, well,
sure.
let's fix that. Then let's go deliver the box. Then let's investigate the thief. Then let's go shopping when we have money, because we don't have money.
You don't have
We gotta get Ritz
money.
first. We gotta get Ritz strength up. That's more important. He needs
No.
No.
it. He needs it.
I mean,
Kova
yeah,
doesn't need
listen,
it.
Ritz is not hurting on strength. Let's just say
Yeah.
that. Ritz is
He
fine.
uses it.
Also, Jada says, my compliment in the addition of the humans in that Well of Encounter and those little lines they spoke early on, it turned big random encounter energy into this has implied history and may come back to bite us later. Fun.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
here's the thing.
Yes.
I don't like the like natural D&D random encounter system. I think it's padding for no reason a lot of the time. Like, yeah, random things can happen. That's true. But I feel like I, as a DM, find that I would rather spend that time on much more like plot heavy things, just like using this time as opposed to throwing in just fully random things that are not connected. That's just, oh, there's an ooze just like hanging out in the forest. Okay, like what's the point, you know?
Yeah.
I love that.
It became so personal and petty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't consider there's 2 things that I like. This session was a lot of me going back through my notes and remembering things after the fact. And like, you know, I started paying attention to the world building streams like halfway through, and I missed a lot of stuff. But I paid attention to the Black Boar world building stream because I was like, that's important. And remembering that the Black Boar clan supplies the Crimson Wolf clan with their weapons and armor as like a historical like relationship was very interesting to remember after that battle.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
And,
so good.
Yeah, you know, and the, like the clan affiliations and the ins and outs and everything are so terrifying, and why is there a hill giant in the middle of the forest?
Great question. Great question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to put in things that at first glance seem random, but if you look deep enough are intrinsically connected to some other bullshit. I find that so juicy, and that's like in the months leading up to that campaign, because due to like trips and such we had to postpone for like an entire month, so I sustained myself on making these tiny like threads connecting things that in the beginning look like nothing at all, and I'm inside like, good, yes, good.
I'm starting to pick up on this, and it's part of the reason why I've got these theories now, and why I'm even able to have theories on the story to begin with, which I don't often get to have with D&D, and it's so fun to like see this so much more as a story besides D&D as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
Hmm?
Wait,
What?
Uh-huh.
the Crimson Wolf Clan, werewolves,
Yes.
gnolls.
Mhm.
My brain is
Mhm.
soup. I'm soup.
I'm Soup. Hi,
I'm
Soup.
Soup.
Yeah.
Hi, Soup. I'm DM.
Yeah. I love that there's so much stuff to put together. Like you can really feel it. And the same extends to like Ennersval. Now that we're finally here,
Mhm.
I can geek out about it. And like just the amount of world building and cool places and cool people.
Mhm.
Most of which I probably don't even know about, but the ones I do know about, like there's so much there to dig into, and I'm so excited. It's like you've been put into the coolest sandbox ever.
Aww.
Now you
Yeah.
can like go and poke and prod everything and see how everything works, and I just can't wait for us to get to
Yeah.
explore more and meet more
Mhm.
people and see more places.
Yeah.
It's especially interesting as well because you get to like you all have your place in the Empire and stuff.
Mhm.
It's so interesting playing someone who doesn't and getting to like unlock things to potentially care about at some point,
Mhm.
Yeah.
but not having that connection yet. It's ooh.
Yep.
The
It's really
fact that
cool.
you're just wandering around going off tickets is
Yep.
literally just, what am I doing here? Guess I'm buying tickets, and then we'll see.
We haven't talked about what we're doing here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
Yep.
keep
Well,
forgetting that that's
yep.
important.
You still
You did
haven't
a little
talked.
bit. You did a little bit with Ritz, but you seemed like you didn't. You seemed like you were gonna lie about it because you
Yeah.
weren't comfortable saying it. So Ritz was just like, "Listen, don't worry about it. It doesn't matter when you're here."
Wick said something about like visiting a family, and then Kova was just like on a stroll.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Exploring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having a good time.
Yeah.
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 And that's the thing, like I'm sure you'll have time next session because you'll have a few hours before the evening when you I guess like at least planning to go to the theater. I don't know if you actually will. But yeah, you will have the time because thankfully Battery is taking care of your like living accommodations, so you can just chill and talk. And maybe hopefully put some things together. And I want to also highlight that some of those like deep-seated connections, I don't think you will find them, or at least won't find them soon. It might take weeks, if not levels, if not never. But I want to like stress that you don't have to know every nook and cranny to still make the right assumptions.
yeah.
Like there's like plenty of evidence and plenty of like threads to pull on without feeling like, oh, I missed out, you know?
Yeah.
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 Oh, we have a very obvious drive and focus right now, which is like the thing we need to talk about is the box and
Mhm.
potentially the cloak piece that we have, and just decide what we're going to do with those things. And so, you know, we have like enough focus that you've given us as a DM for us to be like, okay, these are the important things to hit that we need to share knowledge about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Jana says, planning to go to the theater. I don't actually know if you will. Spoken innocently, but still managed to sound like a threat.
I mean, it's true. Like, I don't know what's going to happen at the beginning of next
It's such a
session.
random thing. Why do I need to be there? What do you mean?
Yeah. I don't know. Ask your patron.
Yeah.
Well, it's complicated.
He just
think
wants
one of
to
the
see the
things-
show.
Yeah. I think one of the things that like and I need to get better about remembering to ask if I know things in the world. Cuz I don't know shit. Like, you know, you have all the knowledge in your brain cuz you've done so much world building, which is also like a compliment of how much juicy story there is to dig into here. And it's like, okay, I could go this way, I could go this way. My red string board brain is activated. And I really appreciate that you are, as a DM, are very clear without being pushy about here's what I suggest as the path, because I know that you've done a lot of work and you have things that you want us to dig into, and like it feels like a good balance of us having what we want to do and you having the best way forward to craft a story, and I like it.
Aw,
Mhm.
I'm glad. I don't want you guys to feel directionless. Like, I've been in campaigns with like, well, I don't fucking know what we're supposed to be doing. And that is, I feel like, one of the pitfalls of doing a pretty open campaign where you just, if you feel like you can leave everything to the player motivation and impetus, then sometimes they'll feel like they're just like doing whatever, you know, going from like a leaf in the breeze, just pushed wherever they wish to go. And it's a tough balance to keep where you guys absolutely have the agency, but also there are like guiding lights for the main story, so you don't feel like you're just wasting time doing nothing, you know?
Yeah. You're very good at putting together story threads that feel like they're going to be important. And it's not like that was weird and random. Okay, anyways. Which leads me to maybe talk about the dream theory.
Before we get to it, Robo says, I'm a big fan of Battery, just Hobbit things 24/7. I might just be strictly do Battery fan art. Nice.
I'm glad he has a fan.
A fan.
No,
Yeah, so
Robo,
before
no.
we get to theories, then we should talk about those ding dong NPCs.
Yes. I was going to give you a compliment on them, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, I love them.
If we want to roll compliments into also NPCs, which is just that you play creepy characters so well.
I don't know if that's a
Yeah.
compliment.
It is. It is, though.
is.
You play
You're-
all
yeah.
characters really well, but like especially threatening characters like the Warlock Patron and like Alnaric, like you just do an amazing job of it.
Yeah, it's very easy to to make a character be like, this one's gonna be a dick, this one's gonna be annoying, and people are gonna dislike them. Period. But you're good at like flavors of why someone is annoying and why you might dislike someone. There's different layers to every one of them.
Gustav.
Gustav.
Gustav being like the jolly, like, you know, hero, like hometown, like holy man, and then like, oh, he's a stinky capitalist. Okay.
Yeah.
But also he's a cleric, and like, you know, I don't know, maybe they need to pay rent. You know, it's like
Yeah. God, on first line, I was like, I fucking hate this guy already. First line, he was like, Master of Smiles. I was like, oh no, you.
oh
Yeah,
no.
I know what you are. I know exactly what
I
you
know
are.
what you are.
I
Wow.
can
Yeah.
tell his expression by the way you spoke.
Yeah.
That was good. Lovesick says, good at being annoying in a variety of ways. Hell yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, because that's the thing. When you play an annoying or evil character, they don't believe that they're annoying. They believe they're chill and cool, you know? So it's so fun. I love it. I loved playing the lone shark. I'm so excited for the next
Oh my
episode.
god.
Yeah.
He was so scary, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, he was. He was just bad at business. What do you mean?
Yeah, it's so interesting with a character like that because I think apart from Wick, if I'm correct, like none of us really have street smarts. So it doesn't matter like how, you know, how much prowess like Kova has in magic or like otherworldly stuff. Kari might be like have a lot of like warrior experience in the background, but in a city, inept. And like Wick, I think, is the only person who might be like close to dealing with like that sort of person. But you don't want to have a lone shark like have their finger wrapped around you. Like that's the worst possible outcome.
Yeah.
And Ritz
I
has
think-
that. Yippee!
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really cool to see like the way that you two bounced off each other in that interaction was really cool because it was like Ritz becoming like no funny business really quick, and then like, oh god, I can't stand a character who knows that they're stronger and they have more power than the other ones, so they treat them like shit and they can
Yup.
get away with it.
Yep.
Ugh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
It was
Tasty.
so interesting to see like Ritz's puffed chest deflate so quickly. He was like,
This is a
I'm
problem
gonna
you
show
can't-
him. Oh no,
Oh,
Kova,
shit.
shut up.
Oh,
We need to go.
Yeah, this is a problem that he can't punch his way out of.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
yeah. I mean, he can try, but that's gonna make it even worse. Because that's the thing about this guy. I can't tell you if he's physically strong, but even beyond physical capabilities, in this society where Ritz is intrinsically connected, he has more pull and more power than Ritz. And Ritz knows that, and the loan shark knows it. So it's a tough one.
Yep. The thing is, I can't guarantee Ritz won't try and punch his way out because it depends what
Oh,
what
I would
buttons the guy
love for you to
pushes.
try. Oh,
And yeah, if he does, I don't want him to, but like it depends what
Yeah.
this guy says, and I don't want him to make it worse for himself. But oh god,
but he might.
might.
Also, I just
might.
want to put Bat on blast because small non-binary Bat says he had no art, but just on vibes, I'm so horribly attracted to the loan shark.
Oh no!
no, Bat, we need to raise your
Stop.
standards.
No.
Make
Wait,
him
Matt, you're so
hot.
real for that.
You're so
real
much
hot.
better than him. To be honest, though, I'm planning on Monday to do art for him because something tells me he will be a recurring character, and I will.
cool.
I will be painting this motherfucker, and he's gonna be slimy hot. Slimy hot. That's the type. Slimy hot.
Yes.
I'll be
Lone
panicking in
Shark
chat.
Clan.
Lone Shark Clan.
Yeah. Loan shark clan.
It's just immediately reminding me of like when Dizzy loved the dude from Dream Daddy, and we're all like,
Oh, yes!
no, he's
Kinda
divorced
the
dad
same.
type.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of the same, like visually. I feel like, yeah.
Slimy.
Yeah, slimy hot. You know, that's like just like tired stubble. You know, those classic things.
Yeah, a big
Yeah.
cigar.
I talked about it before, but Kova like relies a lot on first impressions. So the like you mentioned beforehand when Kova tried to like help him find him that he's like so like just a guy helped
Yep.
so much in Kova not thinking he was threatening.
Mhm, just a guy, because that's the thing. I don't know how much you have like personal experience with criminals or such, but it's just some guy, and then you're like, oh god, I'm in danger, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see their big gold chain, you smell the cologne, the stubble, and you're like, bad.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep. They
And
say
that-
something to you and you're like, uh-oh.
Yeah, and that
Yeah.
tiny gnome lady, like selling her last
Oh.
bits to get fucking 2 gold pieces or whatever, you know.
It reminded me of the fucking Muppets Christmas Carol for a minute. Because of there's the grave robbers at the end, and they're all like, "Oh, look at all this stuff we got. What do you want to pay me for this?" And I'm like, "Yes, yes, yes. I love this crowd."
Yes.
She got 5 gold for it because Ritz was like, wow, nice.
Wow, must be nice having 5 gold pieces.
Wow, cool. Good for her, man. Good for her.
Yeah. It was so funny when Kova's like, oh, here's a gold piece. And this guy's like, should I kill him or just be offended right now? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Ritz is like, that seems like a lot of money, huh?
yeah,
Yeah. He said like no, just a gold. And Kova's like, huh? That's so much. Is there inflation?
Good times. And speaking of NPCs, you guys felt some sort of way around Gustav, huh?
Oh.
Yeah.
Can I just
That
say,
was
I
so
knew
fun.
that some of you would not like him, but I did not expect how much.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm glad chat also felt the same way. Like all of us were connected into hating this one dude immediately. Like
The
oh.
thing I liked about it was that we were with Gunhilda, who seemed to be such a big fan of this dude.
Mhm.
And she was like, "Oh, I'm finally like a golden doe cleric. I'm home." And we're all like, "Girl, what the fuck? This guy's stinky."
I'm so
Yeah.
hot
That's
for
the
this
thing,
dude.
like,
Oh.
she doesn't know him. Like, she's not a fan of him,
Yeah.
but this shows how much reverence and belief she has in the Golden Doe. Like, this is the first time you guys get to interact with one of the pillars of the Ennersvalian society. Like, he might not be to your liking, but he is a very good symbol or something to bounce off of the ideas of what exactly Ennersval is about, you know?
Mhm.
So his difference in relationship to Golden Dome members versus not, you know, his view of the magic, even how he wasn't acting like angry at you, kind of being disrespectful to him, like especially Kova, you know, like he wasn't showing anger, and that's another like thing about, yeah, he's a cleric of the Golden Doe. They have a specific way they act, you know?
The whole like temple bit was such a big like hit or miss for Kova in terms of clerics, because the only relationship he'd have to clerics is him helping them previously. So I was like, okay, he's got a view of clerics of his own. What is it gonna be like as soon as he steps into an actual temple? He's heard so much about it. So it was such a like, how is it gonna be from the get-go? It's gonna decide so heavily how Kova thinks about this guy.
Yeah.
And, oof.
Also, Bad says, I actually missed the Gustav part, but the way he's described him getting to the evangelist, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah. Like, that was a fun moment there, because you get to see, like, again, the contrast between Kova and Kari, like, how both of them, like, react to this point. Like, I could say something. Do I want to argue with someone I feel is foolish? No, it's no value to me. Like, skip. I'm gonna go play with Greta instead. And then let the rest of the party do their thing.
I keep forgetting to ask, like, because the timeline is something that I feel like I need to start writing notes about, because we have Gunhilda, who hasn't been here in 40 years. We have Wick, who has said that she hasn't been here for 10 years. We have Ritz, who hasn't been here in like a year or 2 or 3.
No.
Or a month.
A month.
Yeah, it was a short time.
A month.
Or a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, about a month, yes.
I didn't know why he even left, and I'm curious.
That's we're gonna figure.
And you know
it
what's
out.
interesting? It's interesting just for how much changed within a month, and also how much Ritz's uncle was already so worried after a month. It tells you a
what
lot
made
about
me
the
think-
situation.
That's what made me think it was like a year, because I was like, there's no way, like you said, people have been looking for your body in all the gutters, and I'm like, that's like has been missing for a good amount of time.
I had like a letter a week, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ritz is like, I'm not gonna say anything.
Interesting.
It's
Zorn, welcome
love
in.
them all.
Hello.
it's really fun, like hearing Ritz's uncle's point of view, and having met Ritz first and knowing what he was up to. Fantastic.
Fantastic. Yeah, again, one of the things that Ritz hasn't talked about at all is what the fuck he was doing outside of the city and what his whole deal is. So I'm so excited for when you actually start discussing these things.
Also,
because
the moment he read the letters and the letter mentioned his mom, and he's like, "Oh fuck, that's so good."
Yeah.
God,
like,
I
oh,
love
don't make mom upset.
Yeah.
It's so like, because unraveling the meta knowledge versus the character knowledge, because I remember like Wick might be the only person who doesn't know that Ritz is not a Golden Doe clan member, because I think like she took that at face value when
Well, Ritz thinks that Carrie also doesn't know. Whether Carrie does or doesn't know, I don't know. But
I don't
Ritz
think Kari
doesn't think she does.
Oh, that Ritz isn't like part of the Golden Doe?
Or you rolled like,
Absolutely. Like,
yeah.
this is like one thing I'm glad I can do is Kari is like read between the lines and like already know that you're being avoidant. That means like this is likely. Like I can jump to certain conclusions, and because there is like enough consistency and repetition of that, I can immediately go to the assumption like, oh yeah, no, he's like people are giving him dirty looks. He's avoidant to the questions. Like he's awkward about going to his city. It just leads her to believing like, oh yeah, he's like likely not part of a clan, or like he's at the bottom of the barrel in that sense.
Yeah, that's so interesting, because like, and then in our conversation I was like, what are your parents like? And you were like, they're great, like genuinely they're wonderful, and but yet
But yeah.
But yet, oh, it's so
Oh.
juicy. Like I it's such a fun group, and yeah, Pilky is right. Each character is like a tangled ball of yarn who is unpicking to get all the secrets. So true, because knowing what I know about all of your characters, I'm like, oh, when they finally understand the reason behind this particular little situation is gonna be so juicy, because all of your backstories are so interesting, and I'm very happy that it all unfolds so gently, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
If we're done
Alright.
complimenting the DM, we can get to the juice of fan theories, play theories, etc., etc.
The
So-
juice.
The juice.
So how?
Bottles.
Okay, how much of my theory do you want me to say? Search everything?
I mean, I don't know what you mean by that.
Like what I think the dream is supposed to like show us and who it might be.
Before
Well-
that,
Uh-huh.
it is interesting to me, Artie, that you have theories about this dream
Mm-hmm.
in
Yep.
general.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Don't know what's going on. Anyway, go
Okay,
on.
well, Artie, can you DM me, like, in 2 words what you mean by this, so we don't, like...
Okay. Let me
Because
open
I...
my-
Because I don't know. I don't
In
know
the
what you mean.
meantime,
Yes,
I want to ask you, V, because I've been meaning to ask you for ages.
yes.
The dream thing, you had dreams written for every character, did you?
Mayhaps.
That's what I'm like, would it have been the same dream for everybody? Because the dream seemed so Kova aesthetic, you know?
Mhm.
It seemed very,
Meta.
very tailored to.
Mhm.
Ugh.
In a meta way, I believe the dream would have started particular to each character.
Mhm.
But after that, I think it was more party relevant than just character
I
specific.
think so too. Yeah.
No, that is not correct.
Oh.
That is not correct. They would be fully different.
Oh, that makes my
What?
theory more.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
yeah.
Or maybe
I think you can say your theory. Go ahead. I
Okay.
think you can.
So the dream starts with a like, oh, she's familiar to you, blah blah blah, which is a red herring. It's false because it shifts,
Mhm.
and then we start seeing things, and it's like loosely described at first. It's like a road with an abandoned camp. You see a few spots for food used to lay, and now trampled, and there was like a body there, and there was like a cart trails. This is the first episode, the like camp that we were at.
Maybe.
So there's something following us,
Oh, no.
and I think because when Kova like got back up, the first thing he did was like check his valuables, check his inventory, check if everything's there, and he randomly just spotted a dragonfly husk, just random little thing. So like, that's weird. And then I was like, okay, whatever's after them is described to be tall, has silks that are like intricate and seem like not even like people can make it by hand, with like weird white long thin fingers. I think Letum is following us.
Oh, for those who don't know who Letum is, for those who haven't seen a Feywild world building episode, which by the way is on YouTube if you want to look at it, it's called Fey Divorce. Look at this awesome plug. But yeah, for those who don't know who Letum is, Artie, can you give us a quick rundown?
Yeah, so Letum is in the Fey Divorce. He is this random sort of strange character in there that is the Mortician. He is someone who basically is in some way potentially immortal and is waiting for Fey royalty or Fey excellence to perish so that he can prop them up and make him his art as a mortician. Very weird character.
Yeah, so basically, if you know like Greek mythology, there's this guy that ferries people over when they're dead, right? Imagine this, but for Fey. Like, there's a Fey mortician that controls the souls of the Fey and does whatever with them. We don't know exactly what, so that's fun. Also, yeah, we have art of Letum that Artie did. How neat! Let's show it off. Yeah, this is Letum.
Yeah.
And they're like 15 feet tall, right?
Yes, they're mega tall.
That's so interesting.
And it's even more so because Letum is the maker of Dragonfly, because Dragonfly are made by using dead fairy and pixie wings. Which is why when Kova opened the bulb using bug and Dragonfly flew out, it was such a like, interesting.
So it does all connect together. However, the fact that Lady V's like, oh, you all would have had completely different dreams. Now I'm even more worried.
I'm even more like thinking it's let him because the whole fake connection.
I cannot confirm or deny anything about your theory. I can say that I like this theory. It's interesting. But I will not give any identification if it's correct or not.
Yeah.
Did you have any other theories?
Up, and there's gonna be a 15-foot tall face stood outside the window.
It's myself.
Hello.
Instantly.
Hi!
But I'm also so curious about what would happen if they meet. What is happening?
Pilky says, we learned Kova is Fae and he was pretty much dead this episode, so seems like an easy catch. Yeah.
Lord, that would be so wild.
I'm interested in the concept of, like, there was a first guest.
Yeah.
That means there's gonna be a second guest at some point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You
I'm
know,
also
Now,
frightened
why
about
would
this.
you think that? I feel like that's just crazy.
Yeah, that's why. Like, I'm very much like this box needs to go.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to
Yeah.
get
We
where
need
it's
it.
gonna go.
Out of our hands, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Did we have any other theories from players or from chat, I wonder?
I had a theory
Oh, yeah?
about Artie and
Oh,
or like
shit.
about Kova. Like
Ooh.
I thought it was because I don't know. All I know so far is that Artie or Kova Kova is like, I don't know, like an underdeveloped bug or something. Like
Damn! Underdeveloped bug.
Poopa.
He's a poopa!
Yeah, I agree.
He's
He's
a
a
poopa.
pooper. That's what he.
That's what he is.
I'm
Little
fully
Poopa.
expecting Kova to someday go sicko mode and like sprout wings and like claws and like be this thing in the dream at some point, or like this is the vessel that Kova chose to be in or something, because it was like looking through a mirror at the halfling form,
Ooh.
Yeah.
right?
That's interesting.
So I was
Wait,
that's what I was
hold on.
thinking.
Reb, speaking of Kova as Poopa, what is the symbol on the Kova's border when we play? It's a moth.
Bug,
It's a little bug.
butterfly. Yeah.
Yeah, a little moth.
It's a moth,
Little
isn't
moth.
it? The moths,
Yeah.
the moths pooper.
Moths do poopa.
They do
They
poopa.
do
The
pooper.
flame.
Oh
They
my
do.
god. Pooper
Guys,
is
this
the
just
flame.
in. Moths do poopa.
Moths
Oh my
do
god.
poopa.
There's a
Lantern?
pooper.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
God.
shake you. You have a lantern and
Yeah.
There's
Now
some
I wonder-
really dumb reasons for the moth. You'll find out.
It's pooper.
Yeah, I would love to retcon the line I said. Instead of lamb to a slaughter, like a moth to a flame.
That fucking line was so uncalled for. That
Yeah.
Oh, it
was
was so
mean.
funny.
Poor
It was pretty
Kova.
funny.
Also,
Yeah.
Like, that was a very chill thing to say.
yeah,
Yeah.
in character's like,
I'm about to cry at
damn,
that.
Cory.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like, what the
yeah.
fuck?
Like,
Man is at 1 HP,
Yeah.
3 strength. He's like, huh?
because it's a moment. It's like, what did you expect would happen? Like, we talked about a possible werewolf. You're like, yeah, I'll go in. Like, what? Huh?
Yeah, talk to them.
Like, yeah, Moonbear can share stories and make stories about how important survival is, and you're like, la 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 la, make color screen.
Yeah. Also, Bat
Oh.
says, Reb, you can't just call someone underdeveloped.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Oh,
put
damn.
Kova back in the oven.
Yeah, possible moment.
Yeah, he's not cooked yet.
Yeah.
Put him
Like,
back.
very much had a feeling, like, especially when Artie says stuff like unzip skin, like, yeah, he's a weird little guy. Like,
Yeah.
it gives me feelings of, like, an Oogie Boogie type. Like, he's filled with bugs in
Yeah.
the movie. Spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't seen it. But also, like, he spent a lot of time around dead people, so it feels like, oh, this is something that, like, takes the form of something that has passed, and, like, that's the current vessel right now.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, because I have like a couple of notes about Morn from our like 0.5 session. And I think it's all. I don't think it's stuff that Kova told Wick. I think it's stuff that Wick kind of knew.
Yeah.
But like, what is it? Is haunted, and it's there's a coven of hags that are in charge there.
Yep.
And I'm like, golly, I don't trust any of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then there's that whole thing about the book being stolen, and it's like guide to experimenting on pixies and like how to pin them up and how to ruin them and how to turn them into other things. And I'm like, hey, hey now, hey
now.
Hey now, hey now.
Hey now. Yes.
in like a
Yeah, I'm interested in that book.
Mm-hmm.
They said anything about not reading it.
That's true. They didn't say anything about it. Darkhold says, "Does that mean we'll find some family that will recognize Kova, but Kova does not know?" Ooh.
oh god.
Ooh.
Ooh. Also, Bat says, "Fun sans fact: pupa is the term for both moths and butterflies. Cocoon is what moths do, and chrysalis is what butterflies do."
Oh yeah.
Oh, what an extra, like a little cute trivia. When we were kids over here, either because of like the mix of Spanish and English, our word for like when you have a cut or a graze was pupa. So you'd say like, "Mommy, I have pupa." Kiss it better.
Pupa.
Kiss my
pupa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
If
I'm
you
so-
poopa in space, does it push you backwards? Weave, get out. Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
You know what's also funny
Yes.
is the name Kova means protector, strong, and fierce.
Uh-huh.
So sometimes things are not what they seem.
That's the moral.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Nettlefoot.
Oh yeah.
Family of nomadic druids, sweet
Oh,
bugs. You're just a bunch of bugs.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There's a bunch of
Just a
yeah.
little guy.
If you cut him, there's just bugs falling out. You know.
Crack the code.
Yeah.
Damn.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
think we've tried that
Time.
now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he's lost enough blood for to prove.
Yeah. Did Chad have any interesting theories as to what's happening, what the dream meant, etc., etc.? I'm so dang curious because players been putting some stuff together. I don't know if that's correct or incorrect, but they've been cooking.
I just remembered you telling us that it was almost a full moon and Kari looking at the moon that night. And I have thoughts.
3 of us rolled con saves.
That's true. That's true.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 people here were attacked by a werewolf, and for each one of them, I rolled a con save because that's a possibility. And they don't know what they rolled.
Curious. I'm so curious.
Oh, we don't know?
We don't know.
You don't know?
Oh. No.
Yeah, Wick is fine. Wick didn't get hit by a werewolf. You're
No.
great.
Imagine if we all become werewolves.
That's so
I feel
funny.
like- I feel like we're gonna have a moment with Kari no matter what. Next full moon, we're gonna be sitting at camp and we just hear a boom, and we look over and there's a big pile of fur next to us, and we're like, huh?
Oh, you think
How you
Kari is a
confuse that?
werebear?
Where bear?
Werebear. Let's check up on chat. Ellie says, "My theory: the whole world is a donut, and the players are just the sprinkles." So deep,
Aw.
so deep.
That's beautiful.
Jadis says, "I was on the same page with the dream scene being the camp from episode 1 and someone being on their tail now." I mean, it's a very reasonable assumption. Again, can't say anything about it other than it sounds reasonable to me. Also, here's Pilky's theory.
Yeah.
Very good theory. I like it.
Meta poop.
I
Meta
have a
poop.
third theory option for what it could be.
Go on.
Because Wick named the other one that was a second visitor. My third one is like a little more miscellaneous, which is whoever, because they're clothed in something. So maybe whoever is sending these visitors after us which
Yeah.
is very like obscure and what the fuck would that mean?
Oh,
Mm.
like the visitors are never wearing clothes, but this one was like wearing garb
Yeah,
and
this one
stuff.
was wearing like weird garments that are like so intricate that like it seems like it isn't even able to be handmade by like normal people.
Mhm.
Well,
Well,
and the
maybe
visitors
that's-
are like that too,
But they don't have
maybe,
clothes.
but they look handmade or something. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, to me, the implication, if that was what it was, would be that this is the person who's summoning the visitors or creating
Yeah.
them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
that
they're
was nice.
tracking us because they need to be within a certain distance to be able to like send them after us or something.
Yeah.
That is very interesting theories, all of them. Also, Korhog says, this wagon painting looks like it's POV of someone in the bushes. That's true. It does look like that, doesn't it?
Let them.
Let's let him again.
Let him live.
Why?
Start putting him in every painting. Like, where's Waldo?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is the thing of like,
That'd be
why the
really funny.
fuck can we, or can at least Kova view from whatever this person is seeing? I don't.
Great question.
understand.
Great question.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was like POV first person. I see through their eyes. Isn't that
Yeah.
neat?
Yeah.
It's
That's
fucked too,
fun.
because Letum is 50 foot tall, but you saying like they're tall to me doesn't mean shit.
Yep. Yep.
Well, yeah. Well, you
That's
feel
the
like
trick.
that's the thing which is against it being Letum. I think is that I think if Letum is like 15 feet tall, I feel like they would have said something more like you're like unreasonably high up or something.
Unreasonably tall. That's what I would say. Yes.
It is unreasonable.
Describe
Yeah.
his legs to be like tall as hell, or something along the
as
lines of a better
hell.
description.
Yeah, maybe. I again can't say anything, but it sounds you all are smart people, and I'm trying to like balance the thing where I'm giving out sprinkles, but I don't want you to like immediately
it.
jump to the right conclusion, but also
Yeah.
I feel like I'm giving you guys like some chances to get it, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like knowing you, this could also come up like fucking 3 to 5 sessions later, and we're all like, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
Also, Applesauce has a wild theory about Kova.
Oh yeah, tell us.
Mhm.
Also,
Tell it.
I also thought there might be a connection between the ornate clothing and the scrap of cloth they found.
Ooh.
Well, if it
The
was
clothing
connected,
was black though.
yes, if it was connected, I would have mentioned it because like Kobo
Yeah.
would be able to see that.
Actually, Kova's
Yeah.
colorblind apparently.
Wow, and a poopa.
Wow.
We learned
And
so
a
much
poopa.
this
He's a party
D&D
poopa.
brief. Oh my god.
Yeah, so much lore.
I'm looking
So
through my
curious.
notes.
I'm waiting
So
for
here's
this
what
Kova
Applesauce-
theory.
Yeah,
Cool.
Applesauce says, I think Kova's family left him as a bargain for the hags in Morn. Now his patron risen him from the dead.
Whoa.
Interesting.
That's fun.
That's
Interesting.
interesting.
I have a fucking insane Kova theory, but I'm
Go
not, I'm not saying it.
No,
Uh,
say
Shit,
it!
you're not
No,
saying
I'm not
it? Oh
saying
my
it.
god, that's so mean.
It's fucking insane, and I'm
Okay.
very interested to see if things keep lining up.
Say that!
Oh my god, you
How
can't
dare
just...
you pull a V on me!
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh my god. Well, I have an insane bits theory, so yeah.
Oh really?
You do?
Yeah. Yeah.
Not saying
That
that
doesn't
'cause you're
sound
the-
probable.
Sure you do, buddy.
Yeah, of course you do. Such a cool theory.
Yeah.
Also, I just love looking at Kova and Ritz's Fugis when they're not speaking because they look so stupid. Like even as chibis, Wick and Kari look cool, and these two like Kova going, yeah, I have a theory. Yeah, looking like that. So stupid.
Yeah. Like
Ah.
Ritz is in silence, waving arms, like me.
I have no theories that I would share, but I have lots of questions for you guys.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
I have written stuff that I want to say next time for once.
Ooh la la.
Whoa!
Mhm.
Wow. Okay.
You planning
So
shit.
we have
Yeah.
more thoughts in chat. Robert says, I was thinking the green cloth is related to Golden Doe. Maybe. Korok says, my crazy theory, I think one of the horses is using disguise herself.
It was the horse all along.
Oh, yeah.
what did you-
No, they
what
have
did you call
evidence.
her again?
They have evidence.
You called him something weird.
I
Let me
called
find it.
her ice
See.
cream.
Daisy and something, right?
No,
Ice
that
cream
was a
tax
later
fraud.
thing.
Ice cream
tax fraud was
tax fraud.
later. There was a different thing you called Twilight first.
I don't know,
It was
man. I don't
wild.
remember. I've never seen the Pony Show, so.
I've written it down
Sure.
somewhere. Let me see. Oh yeah, Twilight Peekaboo Queen.
I was close.
really
There was
good.
Twilight in there. It's close.
Yeah.
That's actually really good.
You call My Little Pony Super Pony.
Super fun. Listen, when I don't know the show or a film, I'm gonna just riff on their name to try and get it, and sometimes I miss.
Yeah.
Sometimes Grisonga,
Sometimes-
Kretzmorphagor.
Yeah,
Twilight
it's
It's always
Peekaboo
better
Queen.
though
Yeah,
than
that's
the real
true.
show.
there's a cinematic universe now of Grisonga, Transmorphagorf, Super Pony. You know.
Yeah.
That's good. Also, yeah, speaking of the horses, I mentioned it on Monday, so I'll probably mention it now. So the horses' names, they never came up, but they were Daisy and Tulip, which
anymore.
I, in my infinite wisdom and planning, was putting in as foreshadowing for Daisy Drop, the fairy, and the Lady Salvia wearing a tulip dress. I was like, no one's ever gonna get this, but I like it, you know?
Well, we renamed them
Especially-
after your drawing to Apple Bottom Jeans and Ice Cream Tax Fraud.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm notes. My notes.
Mm-hmm.
My notes.
My notes. My
Do
notes.
we want to talk about the combat options?
Yes, that was one of the things I was going to ask you. I wanted to, Carrie's already said a little bit about what was potentially going to happen there, but you said that you had lots of
Mhm.
options as well.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask Lady V stuff about the combat, so.
Oh, go on.
Well, who should we do first? I want to know everything.
I guess because I failed in battle first, I could go first with my.
You failed!
I failed. So I was like, I'm not gonna write anything down. It's an in the moment thing, but of course I'm gonna think about it. So I had like 5 options. The first was if I got to go first in an initiative. Kova would have noticed the whole like canine feature aspect, and my plan was to throw my entire herb kit out in front of him and then cast either Sacred Flame or Bonfire on it to make a like chemical bomb in his face and get him to like sniff it, be all like, oh, this is awful, and distracted, and like get him to basically be stunned by all the smells.
That's smart. I like it.
Yeah.
The second it was if I got to go second after him and I didn't die immediately, which was to bonus action heal myself and action disengage and run towards the enemies, thinking that they were maybe going to help him because he was like,
Aw.
they're in the bushes, my friends aren't seen yet, I need to, they can't be like spotted.
Aw. That's
So
so,
he would have ran
cute.
towards them.
Oh my god.
That's very cute.
Yeah, which was great that you said that. They were like, no, let us play out. Because, oh boy.
Aw, Pufflings drive by smooching us. Mwah! Have a
Aw.
good vacation,
Have
Puffling.
a good vacation.
And a good honeymoon.
Yay.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was a funny theory.
Yeah.
Like, funny plan. I would be very interested to see it.
I was like, oh, he's terrified of this thing, but like, he believes in people? Question mark?
Uh-huh.
They would help, right? They know this man. They were tying him up. They were like trying to stop him. Like, surely they'll help, right?
Yeah, surely. Yeah.
Third one I did do, which was get hit and cast Hellish Rebuke.
Plan. Get hit.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, that's
You
gonna
did it.
happen. That's gonna
Perfectly
happen
executed.
anyways. The last 2 are weird.
Okay.
One of them was if I'm down and I get healed up, I will bonus action heal again, because that's one thing that I'll probably have to do. And my action was going to be to use that token that I placed, the nail, and instead of spying through it, try to do the talking through it and reach out to Big Boy and ask for him to come over
Yeah.
Ooh.
to help us.
That would be cool, except you guys are pretty far away. Like, even if you
Yeah.
did, it would take him a while to get there.
If I was able to do that and then live another round, I would have shot a flare up of some kind.
That's smart. I like all of these.
Mhm.
They sound smart.
And my last one was
Uh-huh.
to use disguise self to either be one of the team members in front of the werewolf to like catch him off guard, be like try and make him hesitate, or to fuck himself up visually more to tug on the heartstrings of the other people that are with the werewolf.
Are you gonna be
That's
pulling
funny.
like the Shrek kitty cat doing
Yeah,
the eyes?
yeah.
Cute.
He was gonna be like fucked up. He was gonna add like a locket to his necklace that was gonna have like a family member in there. He's gonna like have like big old sad
Oh my
peepers,
God.
like sniffy nose,
Crutches.
everything.
Manipulative little bitch. I love it.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So those are my plans.
How did those
ins-
plans change once combat started?
I did the
Yeah.
Hellish Rebuke, and that's about it.
So for once, instead of disguising himself as a clean boy, he would have disguised himself as a fucked up boy, all like bleeding and sad. I like it.
Fuck
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah,
that
I
was
was
a fun
debating on
plan.
sad or scary to do like a werewolf face in the front of the werewolf to make him flinch.
That would be very interesting. Very, very interesting. But
Yeah.
unfortunately,
None
I
of them
rolled
happened.
2 natural 20s in the beginning of
Yeah,
that combat.
That was insane.
That was insane. That was,
That was wild.
the fact that I could have instantly killed Kova in the first attack
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
quite a dramatic change, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wasn't it rolling a 5 or over on a d10 or
A
something?
D8.
Yeah.
D8.
It was a 6. Like you needed to roll a d8 and you rolled like a 6, 7, or 8. I was sitting there hoping for 3, and you rolled 3. I don't know how that happened, but I was like, yes, I did that. That's me actually.
God, that was so scary that it could literally just have been like it could have been permadead.
Yeah.
First turn.
Imagining like that scene from A Quiet Place with the kid with the airplane that gets yoinked by that creature immediately.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
It was just
pretty
that.
much what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
God, what a tense, scary combat.
Yeah, it
Oof.
was very tense. I really, really enjoyed it.
I was not thinking plans. Well, Wick was not thinking plans.
Mhm.
At least, like, there was like some semblance of a plan, and then as soon as shit started hitting the fan, she was like, "I'm shooting. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm shooting."
Yeah, Wick is shoot first, ask questions later kind of cowboy, and I appreciate it.
Well,
Yeehaw.
in situations, I think the fact that she noticed that lady was looking at her weird and like
Mhm.
looked like she recognized her, she was like, nope, bye. She
You're
just-
dying. Goodbye.
Yeah.
No time to
it,
think.
It would have been so interesting to see you guys talk, but things did not pan out.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
Oh.
Dimson says the shift from art is hopeful. I have a plan. To Lady V's, you're not gonna believe this. Had me
Yeah.
gripping the edge of my table.
Yeah. Yeah.
Part of me for a second was like, "Nat 1." No.
If only.
No.
Yeah.
That was crazy. I rolled natural 20 on the initiative for him. Well, that wasn't super important, but it happened. And then natural 20 on the first attack, and then another natural 20 on, I think, on Ritz.
Yeah, opportunity attack on him.
That was crazy.
There was only one other roll in there that was not a nat 20 in between.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fucked up. Fucked
Thank
up.
God for
Fucked up.
rage, honestly. Like,
Oh my god.
16
you said that
HP.
a second before.
yeah.
Yeah.
16 HP, and he does 16 damage, which gets
He
halved
would
to
have
8.
been dead.
Then I get 9 damage, which is halved to 4. And then I'm just on 4 for like the next 3 rounds of just trying not to get hit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Bortas, have they talked about the Ritz reading scene yet? Oh yeah,
Oh,
let's
it's
talk about this for a
No.
second. The scene was so cute, and what did you think about all of the little bits that you learned?
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about all of them, and especially another piece of knowledge that was hidden in there. One of the things I'm most excited about next session is we have so many leads, and there's a lot of characters that I'm really excited for you guys to meet that are kind of attached to them, and
Ooh.
I cannot wait for us to meet them. Because
Oh, Chester.
dang,
I I did hear a little bit of recognition in the name of the Penelope whatever.
Yeah, the
name was-
newscaster.
Mhm.
I think I know who
Penelope,
this
yes.
is, maybe.
And
That's
what was
already knowing.
Maybe what? Sorry, Archie.
I think I might know, like Artie me might know who that
Maybe yeah.
Mm.
That was fun. Robo says, you're not gonna believe this. I rolled a nat 1 and the werewolf brain explodes because it can't decide on the favorite color. Yeah, that would be so good.
imagine.
I've
I was
never
just
thought
like-
about it before.
is. I was just like, there's no way he's not gonna hit him. But then it was like, you know, way as in that one, as in he misses? That's impossible. That's crazy.
That would be so crazy.
That'd be so crazy.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Did Ritz get to eat while he was reading?
No,
I don't think so,
No.
yeah.
he can't do two things at once. What are
He
you
was
talking about?
Way too focused on the reading.
Yeah, it required all his brain power.
Mm-hmm.
He was stressed out. Okay, that day. That was the start of Ritz's no good, very bad day.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
And
Cool
it's
was
still
so close to
happening.
just asking him to help. Like, hey, should I read it for you?
Oh, buddy. Yeah. Also, like the presence of the newspaper is so fun for me because I get to keep a constant pressure on you guys by giving you bits of information of how the world moves on, whatever you do. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
things will continue changing and evolving, and whether you get to play a part in it is up to you. But yeah, things are going, things are cooking.
Guys, we have to find Chester.
We gotta find Chester.
We should be on the news.
What was that
Chester's
noise?
gonna
Rad,
be
that you made?
important. What?
You made a noise after we said something.
Yeah.
It was a rabbit putting things together noise.
Oh, I don't remember what it was.
Okay.
I think it's about the mine. I think it's about the mine.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Ah.
the time just keeps going.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, but they've got the best people on it. So
Yeah, the best.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. I did have a question, and I wanted to. Can we talk a little bit about the one shot?
Yeah, of course.
Oh.
Because I'm trying to remember
Mhm.
if anyone from the one shot knew about the gilded gloves. What are their names?
Gilded
The gilded
the
Grail.
grail.
Gilded Grail.
Look at the
Grail.
Yeah.
Did
no,
that? Because it sound-
never
no?
came
Okay.
up. It never came up.
I think they are pretty local to this area,
Okay.
Hmm.
I believe.
I mean, it never came up, so maybe like Osmi knows. You know, we don't know.
What?
It was never a part of that.
Yeah.
Show.
What place was Caspian's mansion again?
It's in the Confederation, which is way on the east of the continent, in the
Yeah.
principalities that are controlled by the dwarves. This is like the biggest city is Palaxia, the arcane capital. It is basically the place to go if you are like a wizard trying to learn stuff. You know,
Oh. Caspian Wizard.
Caspian wizard. No, he just has a cool little castle in
Yeah.
the principalities. You know.
Nothing.
Yeah.
This has never happened to him before.
This has never
happened
happened before.
I miss Caspian.
I miss him too. Oh,
Go to spit
Yeah.
on the fish.
of course.
And I miss all of that. I'm so curious. Like, I obviously like, I'm the day like I take your time making a map because I know that art is hard, and also the day it's put into my grubby little hands, I'm not sleeping.
You're looking at everything.
I'm
Drop.
like my understanding of scale in D&D, like because we can be like 4 hours pass, and I'm like that was like 10 minutes. I have no idea how long we just walked.
Yeah.
So,
dude,
like,
I've heard
how
bits
far-
and pieces of
Yeah.
Loki. Oh.
He was saying like the journey between the temple and the fallows is not like a short one.
Yeah.
It's apparently like other side of town, Pilky said.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I need. Well, that's. I want a map. I want a map.
As far as I've
Yeah.
heard, it's fucking massive.
Yeah, it's a big
Yeah.
city. Like, it's not a very tall city, but it's pretty vast.
He's drawing right now.
Yeah, it's doing right now. But yeah, it's a big city. Like as far as because the empire it's a huge country, and this is one of the 4 largest cities. So it's it's pretty big.
And like, what are the 4 largest cities? Like,
Do you want me to tell you?
knowledge that is general. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I think both. I think 3 of you actually would absolutely know this. Yeah, so like the 4 major cities are all basically like the cities controlled by the 4 great clans, which is the Moonbear clan, the Crimson Wolf, the Golden Doe, the Amber Eagle. Yeah, and the one that you're in, Ennersval, this is the trading city near the western border, controlled by the Golden Doe clan, and the capital of the entire empire is the city in the Moonbear lands, Udverstad. This is the like forever snowy capital. The snow never melts there. It's basically like beyond the polar like circle, The Crimson Wolf, their patrimony is Hedderholm, which is a city on the banks of a great lake in the heart of the empire. So it's kind of like pretty smack dab in the center of the empire. And the Emperor Eagle, their patrimony is Baatar. It's a sprawling city in the southeast. It's in the steppes. It's like the largest in square feet city, because it's like very low to the ground, but it's like actual like miles of like tents and yurts and stuff like that.
Oh.
It's
How do you
huge.
spell that one?
Baatar, Baatar.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Lingo.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ennersval is Ennersval is on the
On the west.
east, on the west.
Yes. So in the empire itself is pretty large, and it like has most of the continent. On the east, it's connected to the principalities. The dwarves are there. The arcane capital is there, and south of the eastern border is also high elves. They have their archipelago, and they're doing their shit there. On the western side, you have their neighbors Silvalar, which is the wood elves, Kingdom of Morn, which is where Kova is from, the witch country, basically. And
What country?
Witch country. You silly.
So cool.
And the Kingdom of Gilad, which is like the naval kingdom. They basically build ships and do their own thing.
Yeah, and that's where the one shot took place.
Yes, that is correct. That is correct.
Okay.
And that is the country from which the person responsible for God Sander was from.
Oh.
Oh,
Interesting.
Oh, hoo.
I'm okay.
Oh, the god.
My direction understanding is grasping.
That's okay. When we have the maps, you'll have
Yeah.
like a clear understanding.
Yeah, I'm not even
Just
trying
in
with
general,
my brain.
in general, know that Empire is so large that there's like it's reaching the end of the continent in the north and in the south, so it only has neighbors on the left and the right.
Oh, cool.
Okay, and that's it. That's it.
Nice. Sweet. Okay. Neat. Okay. Interesting.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Pilke says,
Thank-
if there are cities bigger than Ennersval, you can draw maps yourself. You say that now.
That's fair.
You say that
Yeah.
now, buddy.
Yeah, I'm taking notes, but thank God for VODs.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. And I'm putting these on YouTube as well, so people
Mhm.
can come back to them if they want.
Yes.
I love not playing a
the-
character that knows this.
Lucky
Time
Paradox
sent.
says, God Santa? No, God Sunder. S-U-N-D-E-R.
God Santa.
God
He
Santa.
bought
Yeah,
Christmas.
it's the god of this world. No, so God Sunder, for anyone who doesn't know, because it hasn't really come up in the campaign that much yet, it's basically a pivotal moment in this world's history where you had your normal D&D gods, right? Like the patrons of elves and humans and orcs, etc., etc. And when the war between elves and humans broke out, it lasted for so long and it was so bloody that only a miracle or some horrific event would end it. And that's exactly what happened. A specific mage from Kingdom of Gilad basically built a ship enchanted in a way to transport her to the celestial planes. And she basically went on an odyssey to reach the gods, to ask them for direct interference in the war. And no one knows what happened. Well, some people know, but it's not widespread. Something happened that led to all of the gods dying or disappearing. No one knows. That's why it's called God Santa. Like, one day, gods just stopped existing, and there were huge bodies of these god creatures falling from the sky. The clerics lost their power, and shit was fucked. And that led to an age of shadow, where, because there was no clerics, demonic and devilish influences from the lower planes really had a way on material plane. That's when tieflings came out and what's up? We live here now. And essentially, all of the gods as you know them for D&D pantheons were lost. Even their names are gone. And humans and elves and everyone else had to basically scramble to find some semblance of godhood that they can worship, to reinstate that clerical protection. Because without it, the lower planes would destroy material world. So what they did is they came up with basically concepts that they worship. So the dwarves started worshipping the hidden sun, which is the molten center of the earth. Elves, like the drow, the dark elves, are worshipping the echo, because all elves have very keen hearing, and all of their worship is connected to them hearing the weave and the magic of the world, and etc., etc. And for Gilad, when that lady came back, and she did come back, the ship that she was sailing on was turned pure gold. And after that, they started worshipping these concepts that are basically parts of that ship. So
That's what the flag
Golden
from Hobart.
Galleon.
yes, that is the Golden Galleon is the whole pantheon of Gilad. So there are specific aspects that they worship, the anchor, for example, the wheel,
And
stuff
the
like
wave
Yeah.
and the
that. Exactly, you're getting it.
Yeah, that's the whole pantheon of that was on the flag that Kova gave away.
Yep. Bor says, reminds me of EXU Calamity. Yeah, kind of. So here's the thing. I think a lot of DMs understand this thing quite clear. You have to have a world with a conflict intrinsically in it to make it interesting. You have to have a mystery or something that is wrong with the world to get the players invested. Because whatever the campaign is about, there is still this underlying mystery and desire to understand that comes with you basically building the world based on some sort of cataclysm or something changing suddenly, because it informs so much about how every nation responded,
It's really it's not D&D related, but I remember a while ago I mentioned Final Fantasy X being one of my all-time favorite games, and that is the big premise to that. Everything that you just said, word for word, that applies to that story, and it's one of the reasons why it's such a good experience. You get this solid linear experience throughout that really drives the story, and all the characters participating, and everyone's driven towards this one major thing. And so just a really good example of a story structure to follow and world structure. It's really good.
Absolutely. And yeah, I absolutely love Calamity. I've wrote this world 6 or 7 years, actually more now.
So long
Jesus.
ago, right?
Yeah.
A long time ago. I changed some things and I fleshed out things on stream in this year, but the bones of this world have been with me for so long. I remember before we even thought of having this campaign, I just showed my PDF of my campaign setting in Russian that I wrote for my like DMing in the game shop here locally. And even though like Artie and Puffling I think were there and Shnu, they didn't understand a word of what was written in it. The amount of information and illustrations that I had there was enough to be like, oh shit, this is a lot. This is a lot of lore and world building here. Oh no.
You're so quickly hooked on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the good stuff.
It's the good stuff.
Good stuff.
The good stuff.
Inject it straight into my veins.
So I'm remembering I might be combining crossing streams with like other world building stuff, like I've been reading recently about other things. Are the mountains and like the steppe, are those like god corpses, or is that?
Yes. Well, the steppe is not, but the
steppe is not.
The
Eon's
mountains. Yeah, the mountains south of Ennersval, which you can still like see from the city, by the way. Like if you look south, you will just see these huge mountains. They're kind of like the Alps, you know, Himalayas, some sort of stuff. And they are called Eon's Rest, which was, by the way, a name that chat came up with. And they're called that because that was one of the bodies of the gods falling from the sky, and over the time, like, life grew on it, you know? And there is a huge and a very dangerous industry of god marrow, where basically people are mining inside those mountains to get the celestial fuel from the bones of that god. It's called god marrow. Extremely powerful substance, extremely dangerous substance, and trade of it is forbidden. Like, people are not like allowed to trade in it. Only like countries' governments have like little stations there, and they like sabotage each other all the time because it's basically like nuclear research, you know?
Yeah.
Basically. And like the countries that have their stations in Eon's Rest are in this mad race of who will figure out the basic functionality and how to use this first, because whoever does has an incredible advantage.
Interesting. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys are not even connected to that yet at all.
No. What was the at the end of the one shot? What was the mountain that we found out that one guy was going to?
He was going into Eon's Rest.
Okay.
Yeah. You didn't get a name of the mountain specifically, but he did go there on timekeeper business.
Oops.
Timekeeper business.
Because
Oops.
chronomancy.
Yeah, because
Chronomancy.
one of the things that God Marrow allows people to do is stop time.
Oh,
Because
And this guy was
gods-
all about chronomancy.
Exactly. Gods exist on a plane that is not touched by time, you know? They are endless. Hence, killing a god is so incredibly difficult, but if you do, people don't know their name anymore. It's done. Like, he did not exist, you know? That's what the issue with Godsunder was. People lost a huge chunk of their history, their culture, their clerical tradition, and that set everyone back so far, which is one of the reasons a lot of people fucking hate that saint. Well, she's a saint in the Kingdom of Gilad, but in a lot of other places she's despised because she fucked it up for everyone. Some people think she's a terrorist, you know?
So do people remember Godsunder? Like it's written at least to some extent. Is that a thing that everyone remembers, or like that everyone knows?
Yeah, people, it's widespread, like, basic knowledge that Godsunder happened, and, you know, there is maybe a handful of creatures still alive from that time.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like they know it happened, but they don't really know what they're missing because the knowledge is gone.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Such a like interesting concept, because like, would everyone be aware that information was taken from them?
Yeah,
It's like
because
that
they
feels
have
like,
these
you know, you're
huge like statues that are faceless now. They have these like stone plaques that are missing the etchings, you know?
Yeah.
Words disappearing from a
It's-
page.
especially for like any kind of clan or like type of people who, you know, like pride themselves in record keeping, for example, or just being knowledgeable of the world around them. Like,
Mhm.
that has to hit them like so close to the bone.
That's
You're like,
the,
oh, your memories were taken. Like it's such a
mhm.
Mm.
like
That's the main part of the
icky
Lynx
feeling.
clan. They
Yeah.
had
Mm.
the
Yeah,
trees.
well, that's the thing. Like, clans did not really exist in this sense
Right.
before Godsander, before that, because humans had their own gods. And then, when gods were no longer, the deathless emperor was like, "Oh shit, we need something real quick.
Oh yeah,
we
the
have,
emperor.
we have these like just families. Basically, there were families that had their own like symbology, their heraldry, and it was connected to the constellations. And he basically decreed that these are the beings that they worship now. So
Interesting.
in one fell swoop, he was instrumental in the empire because he in one fell swoop made a strict structure of the government with like vassals and everything, because these families were very established, and also religion. Like both are so connected. So politics and religion here are so close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ritz had a lot of theories about that guy.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
Interesting.
Of course he does. He doesn't die.
yeah, he's
Who-
alive.
Where does he live in the Moonbear clan? Because that's the capital.
Yes, he lives in Ennersval,
Okay.
and he has been alive since humans came to this continent, thousands of years before Godsander.
And that's common knowledge.
Yes.
No one knows how.
Interesting. I think Kova would be most like acquainted with the Galadian pantheon.
Mhm.
What's the name of the? Do we have the name of the lady that like paired over to the gods?
Sorry.
The lady on the boat.
Ah, the lady on the boat. Give me a second. Darkwood says, which means if they're gods now, they were existing since forever. Yes, that's true. Like they are just alive, like demigods that rule over the religion in Empire. Give me a second before
I have so many theories.
Ah, yeah, Alfina, voice of the divine.
Oh.
Yeah, because like in Kingdom of Gilad, people call her voice of the divine because she was the only one with knowledge of what happened there when she came back.
Alfina or Althena?
Alfina, Alphina,
Got it.
one of the great sages.
Whoa. How
Little
Yes?
note taken to say.
for the clans that are not the main four clans, how
Yeah.
much do they care about this stuff?
I mean, they still care a lot because like all
Yeah.
of the clan animals, like all of them live
Clanimals, if you
together in the celestial, like in the planes of the sky, you know. So
Yeah.
they all interact, and they all have their own little feuds sometimes, and sometimes it is mirrored in how people behave in the world, you know. Like say the lynx and the wolf have a spat, you know, that will.
Yeah.
Have a mirror in the politics between the clans.
Right. Okay. So like, okay. They're real. They're real.
Yes,
Yeah.
they're real.
The constellations became real.
Well, the constellations were always real, but they
Constellations were
like,
always real.
constellations
real.
exist, Trev.
They're
They
real.
are.
Are they there?
Yeah, but they were like imbued with belief, essentially.
Gotcha.
They became
Okay.
representations of the deities.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
There's some people.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of
Yeah.
interesting information.
Extremely cool lore. Extremely
fun.
cool.
I mean, when we are
Yeah.
back in the campaign, some of these things I will reiterate again in a few sessions, so people get caught up, and maybe like things that your characters would have, I would give them as well. But this is just for you as players, for some understanding of the world.
Yeah.
Beyond the constellation gods, people also believe in like their own like smaller ones from time to time, right? There's,
Yeah,
like,
look, that's absolutely true. Like there are gods in like demigods, there are like protective spirits of some kind. When Godsander happened, everyone just like try to find something to worship. So there are like smaller gods that exist, and there's the Giladian pantheon. The elves have like their own thing going on. Yeah.
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 That's so cool. This is so
Very
cool.
cool. Yeah, it's all amazing.
Yeah.
How much? So, like, in a city like Ennersval,
Yep.
where you have like different districts for different clans and stuff, how much of that like beef between clans do people care about in real life?
I mean, I think just as much as in normal world, right? There are people who look at the politics on TV and say, "Oh, fuck these people," right? And there are people who will go, "I don't really care. I just do my own thing," you know?
Okay.
Yeah, I think also it's not necessarily that they're divided into districts. Like, you can get clan members from any clan anywhere.
Yes,
Right.
that is
Okay.
correct. Of course, there are like small communities. If a specific clan has a strong presence in a city, they probably like congregate and have their own little spots. But in general, people in the empire know that the spirits and the clans all work together for a common goal of, you know, the empire's survival. But it doesn't mean that there is no like infighting. There's no people killing each other's government to try and get their land, get their power positions, etc. You know, it's like normal politics. You know,
And that's not even talking about the whole elf thing.
that's not even talking about the constant war with the wood elves. Guard says, "Lady V lore dumps for 30 minutes. All of us. Yes, thank you for feeding us."
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I love this campaign. It's so cool.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if we just played for like 6 hours next time?
I feel like Shnu would boil.
No, yeah. The humidity is too high for me to have any brain
Oh
left.
no.
Like
Oh no.
I have
Step into a
like
fridge
two and a half good hours, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what are people saying? Okay, I
It's
gotta
okay,
pay
because
attention.
soon
in the
enough,
winter.
soon enough, yeah, the summer will end and we'll get into more colder time, and it's gonna be less exhausting for you. And then maybe we can play for longer. But honestly, like 4 hours is a good cutoff because we get a lot of information, a lot of role play, and I feel like it's good.
Yes.
What
Yeah.
happens with your sessions? It's always good and full and nice. I love it.
Beefy.
Love it.
Beefy.
Yeah.
Beefy
If we ever
sessions.
want, we could do like in a month 3 sessions instead of 2, right? That's the thing we could do, because like I don't want you guys to like spend 6 hours every time, but we could do like session D&D brief session. Stuff
Yeah, I
like
think
that.
it also helps with like now that we do this every single time we like dissect everything we do. I think if we have like an extra one in there, it allows us to have more space sometimes to leave some stuff up,
Yeah,
to like,
exactly.
mystery.
Yeah. So we'll think about it. I'm just like floating idea your way, because
Yeah.
having a break week is pretty good to me as well, because I can plan things more, I can draw more for the sessions. But it does mean that we have only 2 sessions a month, which is tragic.
Tragic.
So yeah, just think about it and then tell me what you guys think, and we'll adjust to that. Winter says, everyone donate to Snooze AC fund. Yes, honestly true.
Make his room into a big old fridge.
Yeah. Rich times. Did you guys have any more questions, or can we move to fan art times?
Oh,
I have more questions. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
No, don't apologize.
We can't leave without talking about the doctor.
Oh, yes!
Oh,
the
yeah,
dog,
to be
yeah.
fair.
I
God.
refuse.
a month? Ritz was only gone for a month?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, to be fair,
Yeah.
it could have started before that month,
Yeah.
but Ritz
Yeah.
has his own thing going on. He just, hasn't seen the change.
Yeah, he didn't see the doctor right before he left. It's been a little bit, but he didn't know anything was wrong with the doctor when he left. So,
Yeah.
um,
And the
Yeah.
no dead people thing. The no ghosts.
Yeah. What
No
the
ghosts.
fuck is going
Why
on?
no
with
ghosts?
Why no ghosts? That's
Why
the
no
freakiest thing he's ever seen.
Yeah, it is freaky because, like, obviously, I'm not gonna stop every 5 minutes to tell you that you see some ghosts, but you can assume that there's a lot of ghost matter, and sometimes, like, Kova's lantern does flare up in the city. It's just not intense enough to say, like, oh, there's a ghost in 30
Yeah,
feet of you, you know?
intense enough that thing goes
Yeah.
green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're pretty much around all the time, I'm assuming. But yeah, I wanted to ask Artie about Kova's reaction to the Doctor, and then I was gonna say some cool meta stuff about how V set that whole thing up.
Sure.
What do you want to ask of Kova?
Well, like I asked before at the beginning of the session, like how Kova seemed annoyed and frustrated at that situation in a way that Ritz hasn't really seen him before. In that it seemed to frustrate him enough for him to let the Doctor like check out, you know, his torso in a way that he isn't even okay with like someone like Wick doing right now, which is very interesting and weird. And I, the player, want to know what's up with that. So does Ritz, but he's not going to ask you. So I'll ask you.
It came down to a lot of the dialogue that he said. And the more he spoke, the less Kova was having a good time over there. And eventually he realized that Ritz is not letting this go. And he mentioned specifically luck and faith, which were two things that immediately like set Kova off, like over the, okay, this is like, we gotta do something. And the reason that he was moderately okay with him checking out his curse place is because he was so fucking drunk. So he was just assuming like, this guy's not gonna be able to do shit. I don't think he's gonna do anything, but I might as well like let him try and then like have Ritz be satisfied. Because this man didn't even clock that he was a halfling out like a kid.
Yeah.
So he was just like, fucking, let's
He was
just get
so
it
out
over
of it, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did not like anything this guy did.
Yeah, you know what? What was frustrating is I knew you guys would be interested in following this up, but I'm like, he's not in the state of like digesting information, and you're rolling disturbingly well on your persuasions. So I'm like, fuck, what would he even think at this moment? You know, it was difficult to see because if you roll just a touch more shit, he would be able to postpone conversing with you. But y'all like really tugged on his heartstrings, and I was like, what would he be able to muster with no like confidence, no tools, no nurse, like everyone left him, even his own staff, you know? It's fucked up.
Yeah, that was a hard scene for me personally. Like I like real talk here, like obviously going through like depression and burnout, like I have some cross like thoughts when it comes to a character like that, but I also had a real life interaction with someone who is like drunk and in a stupor, and like it doesn't matter what you tell them. So in that scenario, I'm like holding back a little bit of like tears and that, like then taking the time to go like, okay, what am I feeling, and then what is like the character feeling? Like, wait, this is a D&D game, like the two separate things. Like, okay, just breathe for a moment and then like answer. And I was like,
Oh, Shnu, I had no idea. You did so
Yeah.
good though.
Yeah, you did
Yeah.
very well. Like, Kari's role in persuasion and her speech was basically the thing that was tipping the scales. Because, like, everyone gave it a good try, and, like, Kova, with a natural 20, was amazing in, like, giving him enough clarity of mind to be perceptive. But Kari's words and the incredible role was so good that he... it's so tough because, like, he is daring to try and hope again, and it's dangerous for a man in his position.
Yeah. That's like the defeatedness of him was the thing that Kova at first was like, I don't like this, and then his reasoning made him like get like, oh, oof, this is not for me.
yeah, no, it was hard. Like it being in a state, it's like, how do I deliver words to like yourself in that position. Like it's really difficult. Like I need to convince another character when like I'm as a person do not believe like these words and like trying to make left or right after that like conflict. It's oof.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing I love about D&D and like other like tabletop games and stuff is like it's genuinely a place where you can explore your own brain sometimes, and like you can work stuff out through a game with other people and like in a safe way and learn stuff about yourself. Like
Yeah.
that was when I was playing Baldur's Gate. I learned a lot about myself and like the situations with like NPCs and stuff where I was like, oh, that's me. Oh no. And yeah. But yeah. I also I don't trust that whatever happened to the doctor is normal.
No,
Yeah.
no.
It's not
Something
because of the
happened.
ghosts. Like something is weird. Something is
Wow.
definitely weird.
Yeah. And he was like, the raven turned away from me. When? And I'm like, that's not okay. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. We don't know yet. We don't know yet.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah.
Ritz is like fucking destroyed about it though.
Yeah. So let us know what is the thing that really made it stinky.
Okay, well, the thing that really made it stinky that I think is amazing, and I would have brought up as one of my favorite things that V did this session, except I wanted to have like a proper space to talk about it here rather than roll it in with everything. But you know, V and I were chatting a couple of sessions ago about, you know, who Ritz would know in the city that could help you guys out in terms of removing the curse. And V was telling me about this doctor, like basically Ritz's family doctor, who he's known since he was a kid and has always been there for him. Like super professional, has never turned anyone away, treats people no matter who they are, where they're from. Like just a real solid dude. And you know, that's all I knew about him. And Ritz is carrying like a lot of guilt about the party's condition at the minute. And so he's like, at least I can do this one thing. Like I can't make up for all the mistakes I've made, but I can help them out.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And so he takes him to this doctor. And it's not just that he feels like he let the entire party down. It's that this doctor is literally one of the only people in Ritz's life who is there for him and has been there for him and is like a lifeline. And seeing that person who's always been like a rock and reliable, who he's never seen be anything but like professional and just like ready to help out if he ever needed it, just shattered as a person and unreachable. And even more than that, the fact that he looked at Ritz with fear is like something that he won't forget in a long time, because it's like not him.
Oh, yeah.
And then like the fact that Ritz is a character of action, who one of the worst things that can happen to Ritz is not being able to do anything to help, feeling helpless and feeling like there was just nothing he could do to get through to this guy, which is why as soon as the tools came up, he was like, right, I don't care if like this might be a bad idea, like if there's something I can do, I have to be doing something to help, because at least then, you know, it's like seeing someone that he admires that much have what he conceives to be the ability to help people and not use his ability to help people is like throwing him, because he's never been that type of person before the doctor.
Yeah.
So Ritz is real screwed up about that.
Yeah, it was it was such a time when you asking about this doctor, and I'm like, oh yeah, this really cool guy, and I'm like, oh my god, Swifty has no idea. Swifty has no idea, because like Swifty was so pumped to go find him, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck him up though.
End up doing emotional damage to two of your players in one go.
Emotional damage, yeah. Let's catch up on chat. Pilka says some people will play fantasy TTRPGs rather than go to therapy, and some people get more issues from TTRPGs to after that go to therapy. Yeah, but so true though. Like when people don't have the money, it can be a very good substitute in some spaces, because it's, you know, putting you in the shoes of a different character, but also giving you opportunity to be very action oriented and solve things, which is very useful when your own real life problems are so far out of your control. And also, I found, at least when I'm playing a character that is different from me, it really extends my knowledge on how people feel, and it's just good. It's just very good for you, I think.
Yeah.
And Gitgard says, love this campaign because all the people involved are so cool and genuine. It really shows through. Oh gosh. On the heels of me specifically taking a beloved NPC from Ritz and destroying him. So cool and genuine.
Yeah. Oh god. Oh god.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that's why he was so unwilling to let go of that character in that moment. Like,
Yeah.
trying to find anything that he could do to save that
Yeah.
situation.
It was good.
Mm-hmm.
It was good.
Out of that place though. I feel like the place might be bad.
Maybe. That's one of the things that we can maybe investigate in the future. Is like, do we take him out of that place? Do the ghosts like avoid him? Or is it the building? Is there something in the building? Is he using new tools? Has he been given something by someone? Is an object in there cursed? Like, what is...
Like, why is
happening?
this his home? Like that like, why isn't he in his house if he doesn't perform any more surgeries?
Great question. Maybe you should ask him.
I don't wanna.
And there's also the nurse we can talk to.
Yeah, there's an ex-nurse. Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
We can find that person. We can ask, you know, for a second perspective on what actually happened.
Weep says, a player writing backstory is like handing a DM a knife that's stabbed them in the back. Yeah, that's why colloquially a lot of DMs say, give me like 10 knives or something, which is like, give me 10 people, places, situations that have a huge impact on you as a character and would force you into action. Those can be like your family, your best friend, or like an item that you stole, or like a promise that you made, and you know, stuff like that. They're
I
called
think,
knives for a reason.
yeah, like when it comes to like good writing, and I remember, I think it's Neil Gaiman who also expressed this, like, you need emotional honesty, and unfortunately that comes from you and your own life and your own traumas or things that you've also witnessed, and understand like on an emotional level, and that's what makes good storytelling.
Yeah. Bulletproof Kate says, this campaign is so good. I'm loving rewatching the episodes and debriefs while working my art. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, speaking of art, do you think we're ready to move to fanart, or or Swifty's like jumping at the bit for more questions?
I have so many questions.
Oh, we have questions.
I've written so many things down. It's okay though. We can look at art.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Shriveling Fire says, note to self, always make sure the players have a puppy for when they need one, and so that later in the campaign, listen. That's one thing that I did say in session 0, like when we're just setting up and we're figuring out our expectations for the campaign. I did specifically say, like, there are things that I'm not likely to do. For example, if one of the characters suddenly has a pet, unless they deliberately put it into the line of danger, they won't be harmed. Because I know a lot of people have like personal stories connected to that stuff, and I don't want to like I don't want to hurt the people I'm playing with. I want to hurt the characters sometimes, but not like the players, you know? So there are specific things that can be implied, and I mentioned that like animal death will be present in the campaign when like there are attacks on cities, or just like someone real evil, things like that happen. But if you have a pet, unless you put them into action, they will just be okay, you know? That's like one of the things I established, because I want to make sure that people feel safe, because I want to ambush the characters but not the players, if that makes sense. Yes.
Also, Weeb, you're correct.
what was we saying? Let's be real. There'll never not be more questions. At certain point, we just have to drag Swift away. Yeah, that's it. Well, that's the thing. Like, we're only 3 episodes in. There'll be time to figure everything out as you go in the
Time for more
campaign.
mysteries, you mean?
That's true. That's true. That's true. All right. Well, we do have some awesome art that I wanted us to look at. So much. Just so much. Let's put it into hymns. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so the first one we're starting with is Jimmy Ritz.
Jimmy Ritz!
Jimmy Ritz. Oh, it's so good. I love him so much. This one is
Can this
done
be a character?
by Enchanted Wish, and I love his little feetsies. He's so stupid.
He is.
Jimmy!
Jimmy!
The Jimmification of Ritz has been achieved.
Finally, I've reached my ultimate form.
And speaking of you, Swifty, how dare you? How
I can't believe
dare
that was like only 1 session ago.
you? Imagine, right? Oh,
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh, I remember feeling good.
Oh God, that sounds so sad. I remember when life was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is so cute. This is
So cute.
Yay. I had to draw it immediately. So that was like, I drew that the day after the session, I think, but just held on to it.
Yeah. What's the latest of Artie's gifts? I think this one.
No, it'll be under. It'll be like under a little bit.
Well.
It'll be the video version.
Well.
Well.
Yeah. Talk us through this one, Artie.
Okay, it was a redeem. I think by Crep.
Maybe.
To give Kova big naturals, gender bend.
Big naturals. The only thing that has
naturals.
changed is the big naturals. Like nothing
Yeah.
else changed about it.
It's the fucking it's who's your girlfriend, Ritz? Oh, actually, I'm a guy.
Guy, ignore my big naturals, please.
Yeah.
I love it.
The
Darful did
lantern
a
with the
really good
eyelashes.
one too.
Yeah, Darkle did this one. I love the expression. It's so Ritz.
Yeah.
It's so Kova. Jesus. Lol.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Listen, I was looking at the big naturals. I got confused.
Couldn't think, Boobo.
Yeah, couldn't think so, Booba. Oh, that's good.
Poopa?
Poopa. Oh yeah, this one is so good by Sunday Trash. Look at it. Look at it.
Oh, I love this one so much.
Yes.
What a good moment.
Yes.
I miss Daisy Drop.
Yeah.
Daisy Drop was
What do
awesome.
you mean? You drove her away.
Yeah.
No.
It's so true.
Yeah. Very good, very good. I like when we finally do like a little BRB screen with a collage of fan art, we'll collect all of these, and it's gonna be so cool to see them every sesh when we're doing little hydrations.
I want a little image of like Daisy Drop, listening to some like sad music, like when you try your best and you don't succeed.
Yeah, looking at a little photo of Wick sadly like sitting on her room.
It's fucking Baka Mitai, and it's
Yeah.
just
Dame, dame.
da-da-da-da.
Good stuff. She really she shot a shot. Like she's brave. She's brave in all aspects, and she tried, and she did not succeed.
Nope.
No, she succeeded. Wick didn't. I think.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, look at this one, Artie. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
Very
The
nice.
eyes.
The
So good.
eyes, the flash of the eyes. So good. So good.
This was. I didn't have a moment attached to this, but then I realized this is like exactly the love, like the first roll he did, the nat 20 for the perception
Yes.
on the
Mm-hmm.
Explodo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Very good. Very good. And the next one is this cute little wig. Look.
It's so cute.
So good.
Again by Enchanted Wish. I love the little toothy. Oh. This is
So
like
cute.
one of my favorite things about Wick is the golden teethers. It's
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
Little
Good
That's
job.
chompers.
so cool.
Mhm.
Chompies.
Chompies. Yum yum yum.
Yum, 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 yum.
Yum 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 yum. Oh yeah. Swifty, this one is so powerful. We're gonna play this one on stream.
Yeah.
You know how horses have legs?
Oh, there's another version later, I think.
Now
isn't there?
imagine if a horse
Oh, with
was
with the
metal
text.
and
Oh yeah,
Oh,
the
it doesn't-
YouTube
didn't
version.
have legs,
Oh, it doesn't. Oh no.
and instead of legs, it was like legs that spun.
There's a cart outside.
No, this is a better description.
Amazing.
Good.
Good stuff.
Never.
VSK Discord, never.
Never.
Oh yeah, my favorite frame from this, by the way. It's so good. It's so angry.
So mad.
Seriously, I love that you put the DM into it, and Wick like looks at the DM like, what the fuck?
What's
Yeah.
going on?
You're laughing at me.
Why are
Yeah.
you all laughing at me?
Like both of these shorts are so damn cool. Seriously, you really just
Friggin'
set the bar
powerful.
so high.
It's almost like you guys are funny or something. I don't know.
I don't know. Oh yeah, okay, these. Let's go to the one where they're all together.
Yeah.
They're all together. Look at them. Look at them.
I love
love-
them.
Yeah, this is so good. This is from Messi, right? This is Messi.
Yes.
Yes, it's Messi.
Yeah.
And these are such cool Pokemon. Like I know nothing about Pokemon, but even the designs, I'm like, yeah, no, this works. This is so good.
So
Messi
badly
chose
wanna do,
such
like trainer
strong-
designs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So for me, a layman in terms of Pokemon, tell me who these are, like left to right, and we'll discuss them.
So you've got Embor on the
Ambor.
left.
This is perfect for
Yeah.
me, by the way.
Fireball,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, big
Mhm.
Fireball starter Pokemon. Then you've got the bike one, which is Revavroom.
Yeah.
This is such
Which is
a
Literally
name.
like
I
an
love
engine.
It.
Yeah, it's
Revavroom.
the pre-evolution is Varoom, and the evolution is Revavroom. I love it.
Mhm.
So silly.
It's just a rock car. It's so stupid. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, these are the Embor is fighting fire, and Revavroom is steel poison.
Oh, poison. I guess for the
Yeah.
exhaust pipe or something.
Yeah.
Ah.
That's fun.
Then you've got for Kova, it's Lantern, which is like a little. Well, it's a lantern.
Wow. Is the
Ghost
name just
Pokemon.
Lantern?
No, it's
Yeah.
Lantern with like U, like
Oh,
Like an
turn.
urn.
Ah.
Yeah.
Dead things. It's a ghost type.
It's a
I
ghost
see.
fire type.
This
Um,
works perfectly with the with Wick. Pooh! All of the names.
Jesus,
With-
stop.
I listen. It's 11
like my
p.m.
mom
I am
now.
tired.
She does this too.
It's
and it is
perfect for your
Mimikyu.
character, Artie.
Yeah. The other one's Mimikyu, which is like the little disguise Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Good pick there.
Yes.
Mhm,
It's like a
I
little
agree.
shy Pokemon that pretends
feel
to be
like-
something it's not.
This is my
Mhm.
favorite Pokemon. Like I know nothing about Pokemon, but this tiny little trash bag looking city
Yeah.
guy is my favorite.
Yeah. Then you've got for Ritz, it's Toxtricity,
Yeah.
God, what a name.
which is a rocker Pokemon. Like
It's
Um,
literally Toxtricity is one of my favorite Pokemon, and
love
it has
it.
its high voltage form, which is this one, and then it has its amped up form, which is blue, and it's themed off of an electric guitar and electric bass.
yeah,
Ooh, that's badass.
very
I like
fun.
it.
They
So
like
cool.
on their little chest things.
Yeah.
hmm
It's
Even the
elec-
colors is so
poison.
perfect.
yeah,
Right?
it's electric poison type.
Nice.
And then you've got this is one of my favorite Pokemon. It's Galarian Zigzagoon. Zigzagoon is my absolute favorite
You
little
just
guy.
came up with that name,
It's a
Artie.
little
Don't even
guy.
tell
No.
me.
No,
Galarian
it's
is the
real.
region, and Zigzagoon is the Pokemon. But there's like a variant of it.
Mm.
They're dark normal type.
Don't do
Dark normal.
So good.
And then what the fuck? Weavile, I think? Weavile?
Weavile, yeah.
Yeah. Weavile is the little like bluish one. They're
Yeah,
a
what's
dark ice
that?
type.
I
It's
don't
a
know what it's
Weavile.
supposed to be. Oh,
Yeah, I don't understand the design really.
They're like a little like sable ice sort of. I think they're supposed to be sort of pharaoh-ish themed, kind
Like a
of.
Pharaoh cat, almost.
Yeah, almost. They're like
They
a little
climb up.
ice boy.
Yeah, they climb up mountains and stuff.
They're strange one.
Interesting.
And then you've got Ursaring, which is a moon bear.
That's perfect.
yeah,
That's perfect.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cat Weasel.
Yeah,
Um,
Weasel, that's the one.
Ah,
has a bright
doesn't
red
look like a
crown.
weasel.
Oh, it's the crown and collar are made of feathers and a single thinner feather on each ear. Tail feathers. Okay. Snow.
Yeah, they're strange. They're a strange little mix of things. I think
Yeah.
they're supposed to be like a sort of little assassin-y sort of sneaky one.
Mm.
They have a pack
Interesting.
leader.
It's fun because Xander also included like they had a team of 4 for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like backup ones.
Yeah, let's
Oh,
do that.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Wick had
Wick.
Durant
Uh-huh.
and what the fuck's your name again? What is your?
I would call
I
him
think
Zumba,
Turtonator?
but I don't know. Okay.
I think it's Turtonator. It's supposed to be like its back spikes when you touch him. You like it causes his shell to explode on you.
See, I, looking at it, would just call it a Zumba because it's like a Roomba, but it has spikes, so it's a Zumba.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm so good at this Pokemon thing. Wow.
Then Ritz had Explode or no Loudred, which is just
Perfect.
they yell a lot.
Yeah.
And Mankey, which he punched a lot and he's angry about it.
Mm-hmm.
Mankey's always been
Zumba.
such a funny word, like for anyone in the UK, like, oh, it's so mank.
That's a monkey, man.
It's Mankey, man.
Monkey.
Very good. Next one we have.
What we got a little up for Kari is Lunatone, which is a rock little
This one's
moon
terrifying.
shape.
Can I just say this looks?
I love it.
It's so good.
I love it.
Yeah.
If there's an like another one that's the sun version, which I have in like I made a little team for Cove at one point, and there's a little sun version of it in there.
Oh hell yeah!
And then there's a vulture, which what are you called again?
Pheasant?
Mandibuzz?
Oh, Mandibuzz, yeah.
Yeah.
Mandibuzz.
Mandibuzz. I love it. I think I showed you its pre-evolution 1v, the one like the vulture with the
Ah.
skull diaper.
Mm-hmm.
This one's just a silly little vulture.
Shitty guy.
And then for Kova, they had it on the money with Phantom, which is the little like the little ghost with the tree stump head.
Little stump. Yeah.
Yeah. Love them.
I love
They're...
this one with the mask. That's
Yeah, that's
so
the
good.
mask. I love them. I almost put that in Kova's team too, but I was like, I've got Phantom
mask?
in there.
Yamask's lore is it's a sad.
Both of them are sad as fuck.
They're all
Aw,
sad.
they're
but
all
Yamask
sad.
is
Pokemon
like
are sad.
all its friends are dead or something, and it
Oh
turns
no,
into
I
a
think it
sarcophagus.
dies, and the mask I think is the face of the person that died.
Yeah.
Oh no, that sounds sucky. Also,
yeah.
Wintry says, I want a stream of Lady V giving her first impression of Pokemon she doesn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That would
I
be
should
great.
probably have a stream where I look at them, give them names, and say what they're about without knowing anything. Because like even this information will not stick. Like I've been exposed to people talking about Pokemon before. It just wishes past my ears every time.
Yeah. The Phantom is they're lost children in the woods that died.
Oh,
Really?
damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one was good.
Yeah. Ghost
Oh.
Pokemon are so sad.
Tiefling fan says it's the same as Julia from Trophy. So it's a known thing that some of us have, which is Pokemon blindness.
Yeah.
I see. That's good. That makes me feel better. That means I'm not alone
Yeah.
in this stupidity. Hell yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Okay. So we also had this absolute adorable and also sad.
Felix.
Wait a second. We're being raided by Dan Jones right now. What the heck? What the heck?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh my god. Welcome in, guys. Hello. Oh my gosh. So
Hello.
guys.
What?
We're looking at fan art for Lady V's campaign.
Yeah. So
Yay.
guys, if you're new here, if you don't know who we are, I'm Lady Vignette. This is my channel. Sometimes I do art, sometimes I do gaming, but on Fridays we do Dungeons and Dragons, and we currently play every other Friday. So on the Fridays that we don't stream D&D, we discuss D&D, look at fan art, discuss fun theories, etc. So you're catching us after episode 3, just looking at fan art and having a silly time.
Yeah.
And tell us about your stream. What did you do? I know from we're all so connected in this Twitch space that I know that Dan Jones had an amazing D&D campaign. Do you still have it? Because I on the recommendation of this bunch, so the first episode, I was like, oh my god, I want to see everything, but I don't have time. But I want to see everything. So tell us about your stream. Tell us about your D&D adventures. Tell us everything. And while you do this, who are these players? Who are these little foogies we have?
Oh, hi, I'm Artie. I play Kova in the Battle of Ennersval. I do streaming and I do art.
Nice.
It's me, Swifty. I do art as well on Doig Swift, and I play Ritz, this little
Yes.
scamp.
Yes.
I'm Reb. I play Wick, Fire Genasi with metal. And I also stream and do art. Yeah, woo!
Yeah, woo!
Hi, I'm Stu. I'm currently overheating.
Oh no!
Very much like
no.
currently out of the climate, being from the cold lands of the Moon Bear.
Yeah.
Also artist.
Also
Also
artist.
melting. Oh.
Yeah, so here's the crazy thing about this particular campaign that we're having. All of us are artists, so what we do is for every episode that we play, we make some art and put it on the YouTube VOD of the stream. So for this last session, Swifty and I collaborated on this piece. Swifty did the sketch, the composition, and I did the painting. And it's one of the 15 pieces of art that we put into the episode.
I literally go to sleep because I'm the one in the opposite time zone. I go to sleep and I wake up to 100 messages and 15 finished art pieces, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
How does this happen?
we sort of kind of cook. Yeah. Oh, Messi, there was more than 15. I just, in my delirium at 3 a.m. rendering the video, did not put in 2 of them. So there was actually more. So that's what we do. Dan says, we have a session coming up on Wednesday. Oh, let's go. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
I would very much like to peep. If I'm awake at that time, I will look. And also, they were doing Black Myth Wukong. How are you enjoying the game, guys? Tell us about it. Because here's a little tangent. I was so excited about Wukong coming out for years. Because years ago, there was this little teaser that they made, and it looked so good, so awesome. And I was like, oh my god, I'm waiting for this game. It's going to be so good. And when it comes out, it's unfortunately mired in controversy about apparently the studio saying that women don't enjoy their games because they're not made for women. And I'm like, what are you guys talking about? I was so excited about your game. Can you stop being weird?
What?
Yeah.
That's so silly.
Yeah. But the game does look very cool, so I hope you're really enjoying it. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Okay, well, back to our cool fan art. So, Robo's already made this one.
So much. There's so many feelings.
Yeah.
There's extra stuff. I
Apparently-
can't talk about it.
Yeah, apparently this one has deep, extra meaning layers to it that none of us are aware of except for V, Robo, and Artie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is so good. This is so
you
good.
might
and
know
I'm-
soon. We'll see.
Yeah, so next Friday, when we finally have a next episode, I am expecting you guys to have a nice little sit down and finally talk. Listen, Ritz, I promise to not kill you in the beginning as you talk to the loan shark. If you don't do something extremely stupid, you will survive because I want you all to sit down and talk.
If I don't do something extremely stupid, it's putting a lot of faith into the character.
Listen, I know you can do it. I know you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and this, I love this sketch of Wick done by Rev.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
I have so many-
good.
I have so many little sketches that I keep forgetting to drop in, because I haven't gotten out of the I'm still like shaking off the rust, and I haven't gotten into like drawing scenarios yet.
Mhm.
So now
Oh,
I just like drawing her.
Yeah.
I love
that.
Rick's design so much.
Yeah, it's a very good design. Like, when we finally have all of the play character ref sheets, we'll have a D&D briefing when we talk about your guys' like thought process on how you designed these characters, because I am so curious, and I think chat would be too, to just discuss the detail of it all. So we'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
did I
yes?
send you an update on that, V?
I don't think you did, no.
Let me do that real quick.
Ooh.
It'll be done
Wow.
this weekend.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
no rush,
sure.
no rush. When it's ready, then we'll have a discussion on all of them. Also, Boar made a poem based on
Yeah.
how D&D,
Oh,
which
I
is
love
so
this one.
crazy.
It's so good.
It's so crazy. Oh, Exploding Crayon Art says, hello, all finished the VODs just in time to see more great art from the session.
Ooh.
Oh, welcome in. Hell yeah.
How
Wait,
did you
are
enjoy
you
the
on?
VODs?
Yeah, are you from the
Yeah.
YouTube side? That's cool. That's nice. That's neat. Because so far, we basically have all the people who, follow the Twitch channel for a while, looking at the campaign. They all come in.
Yeah.
Who wants to read this
Yeah.
awesome poem from Boar?
Oh.
Oh? Okay,
Oh.
I'll do it then, if y'all are
I'm
not
like,
sure.
my audio is kind of trash, so I'm like, otherwise.
Okay. Put me onto your wagon. Make me drink, make me spill. For friendship, for fire. These curses unfulfilled. Untamed, unclaimed. Horrid, faceless, ashamed. Be my thunder, be my fire. Be an arm, a digit, an unspirited spit. For blood and shadows, chase the habits. Chase the fear and let me crawl and mosey. Emit, dispose, sip, and hope. Sadness is another path to take a gander on. I am glad for fire, for all. Ooh, isn't it cool?
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like it, and it's
I love it.
so cool. Like, so far we had obviously so much amazing fan art, a song and a poem. That's crazy, and that's 3 episodes in. It's I am so like flabbergasted.
Mhm.
It's
It's
really
awesome.
cool. Yes. Okay, next up, this is not even all. Sunday Trash made this little cutie.
Oh.
One of the best lines from Kova in the episode.
100%.
Yeah,
So good.
so good. Can I be trouble with you? Oh, this is so good.
I need this as a
Yeah.
sticker.
Yeah.
If they
Yeah.
put this online as a sticker, I will buy it.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Yeah, if anyone wants to put like any fan art they made of the campaign online, we will buy it.
Yeah, we'll be the
Yeah.
ones
Yeah.
buying it.
You will get our money for sure. Yeah, make it a pin or a stick or something. Like, I think we are getting to a point where at some point we'll probably have an art book of all the stuff that we made for the campaign, which would be pretty cool.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, like we
Yeah.
make so much art. I think it would be logical to make an art book at some point. Obviously, nowhere near this moment in time, but in the future. But if you guys want to put these things online, we will buy them.
Yeah.
We are the audience. For
We
your
are the
stuff. We'll buy
audience.
it.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and this one. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Very fucking waste. Hello.
Oh my
Cova.
God.
The background.
Just don't look at him. Don't look at him.
The
It's fine.
tiny
Look at
little
Kari.
Everyone showing up their guns. Oh,
Carry though.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, as
Kari.
a muscle
Oh.
appreciated, this is good. It's good.
That
Thank
fucking
you.
snatched. If we ever get our little like ball scene going where you go and dress fancy, I can't wait to see Kari in a fancy dress.
Oh,
Holy
yeah.
Oh my
shit.
god. Yeah,
Oh,
with the
guys.
guns out.
you will. I have plans.
Oh yeah, I know you. I know we will.
Here's the thing, as me as a DM, you can expect a couple of things. A lot of intrinsically connected things that are flowing in the background, and you are like caught up in the mystery, a politically complex scene with a bunch of badass people and you trying to navigate the politics, competitors on the scene of adventuring. You can expect all of these. So if you think you want like a formal event, you know it's happening.
Oh yeah, I know. Immediately when we started this, I'm like, there's gonna be. I know there's gonna be.
Oh yeah.
There has to be one.
Oh yeah, there must be. Robert says, it's been so fun making art for you guys' campaign. I'm a fan of my friends in D&D. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah. Genuinely, everyone who's been doing fan art for this you guys are so cool. And look at this. Oh.
Dude, we've gotten like more than, I think, 60 plus fan arts at this point. It's episode
so
3.
wild.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, look at this.
This
The
is
Ghost
amazing.
Boys Club.
The Ghost Boys Club.
Ghost
yeah.
Boys.
Woo!
I love
Someday
them
they'll
so much.
unite. Someday there'll be an okay interaction.
Mhm.
Over.
Honestly, like maybe years in the future, you guys have like a ghost hunting channel on YouTube.
Yeah.
Cove and Ritz just like finding haunted locations and such.
Dragging Cova to them.
Yeah, that'd be cute.
Promise it'll be fun this time.
Similar every time.
Every time. Oh yeah, this one from Robo. This is a cover, a canonical cover.
I still don't know why you said that.
Oh, I said that because Wick was shooting at the lady, and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna probably shoot her at the leg, not the face." And I'm like, I see. Only 2 options exist.
The leg and the face.
Like
The leg of the face. Oh, this is one of the art pieces that did not make it into the VOD.
Yeah.
Mostly because I fully forgot about it.
Yeah.
I mean, you were
It's
so
so good.
tired. Like,
Yeah,
I
it's
was,
okay.
I was finishing the painting at 2 a.m. my time, and then editing until 3 a.m. And I was just so done by that point.
Yeah.
But
It's
this is
tot-
so
like
good.
there's enough fucking art in there. It's fine.
Oh,
God, though, this piece
It's
goes so
Yeah.
hard. It makes me feel away.
yeah.
I love
so
its
good.
pieces.
The line of action from the leggy to the
Yeah.
tail is so
Yeah.
strong.
perfect.
Also, the first piece of art. Artie's
That
of
I-
a Tron with Ritz and Cova
Yep.
together.
Oh,
It's
and
the one where
again,
Cova's fucking dead.
how many of these art pieces we have where Kova is just in the death
I
pose?
think there's 4 now.
Good. There should be
Also,
more.
first piece of art where you get to see Ritz's glowing tattoos. Thank
Yes.
you,
That's
Artie.
true. Yeah. Oh yeah, this one from Pilky. My job is done. You didn't do it. You're welcome. You're welcome. Patron being stinky, and this one. Oh, I love them so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. They's yapping. They're yapping.
Yeah.
I love the expression on Ritz's face on this one.
Mm-hmm.
He's so innocent.
Yeah,
He's
you
like,
just
"I'm not
look at
gonna
his
tell
eyes
anything."
and you know he's dumb. Like, you know.
Yeah.
I would never insight check him.
Never.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I said that to troll you, Reb. Don't worry, he was being
Okay.
truthful.
Okay.
I just love sowing seeds of discord. But like, yeah, don't worry, he was being truthful.
Swifty is such a little stinker. Like, she gets on my ass about making like horrible implications, and then does the same thing.
It's so
Yeah.
funny to me. Like last session, Kova was gonna like get got, and I was like, "Well, shit happens." And then this time, like Ritz is in the shit, and Swifty's like, "How fucking dare you!"
Yeah. How
Yeah.
the
I mean, I love it
turntables.
though.
It's
Like-
great.
The fact that I got to have like the emotional response along with the character was what? This is new!
Yeah, it's from today.
What? I've never seen this one.
It's from
Robo is
today.
awesome.
So cool.
Robo published it
Yeah.
as we were live today. Isn't that
Yeah.
crazy?
It's them!
I love them.
Oh my
Mhm.
god, thank you. This is so
Yeah.
This is so cute. I love their poses as well. They're so dynamic, so fun.
Mhm.
Me too.
Yeah.
We'll get you a hat. We'll get you a hat that works.
Yeah, how that works.
A hat with little holes for the horns.
It looks stupid. I tried.
No. You know what you need to do? You just need to wear a baseball cap backwards.
Yes!
Easy.
I was thinking the same thing with baseball
Easy.
cap
Oh
on him.
Amazing.
Or a little
You know
beanie.
he would look
If
like a
they exist.
doofus in it, though.
Yeah, you
God,
would.
That being followed up by poopva.
Oh yeah, the poopa.
God.
Yeah.
Very good fan.
I love
Very
Poopa though.
That's
Poopa is powerful. And this one from Dark Ball.
Yes. He's
Oh.
peeping.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It reminds me of like White Diamond from Steven Universe. It's so
Yeah.
good.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
It lets him have such like a strange vibe that's so vibrant, but such like a
Yeah.
possibility for being terrifying.
It's
Yeah,
creepy
that's
and
it.
fun at the
in the
same time.
woods.
Also, chat, just so we can agree, right? These are not bushes, these are trees. He
Yeah.
is that tall.
Mm-hmm. 15 feet.
That is crazy. And this is an amazing piece of art.
Ritz bits.
Very good. Ritz big
Ritz
new
bits.
currency on the market.
Oh my god.
No.
Yeah.
This looks so
Yay.
good.
Oh.
Come get your Ritz bits.
Yeah.
Fragments
I think
joined the
Ritz would
present.
absolutely spell it with a bit Z at the end.
Yeah.
with-
True.
yeah.
He
sure.
100% would. It's a squiggly one.
Yeah.
You guys don't know yet, but yeah.
You guys just don't understand.
You guys
You
just
don't
don't
know yet.
know yet. You haven't seen him write anything yet.
Oh my god.
Oh, you would accidentally put Z and S backwards.
He sure would,
Yeah.
wouldn't he? I,
mean,
wonder how
the
he thinks his name
squiggles-
is spelled.
Oh no. His legal documents are a shambles.
No.
Lovesick has such an ability to draw like such simple but such appealing faces. Like, look at this
I
stupid
love-
boy. I love him.
Yeah.
I love Lovesick's art so much.
Lovesick's art is
good.
great. I love it. Like, Loki, I say this every time and I will continue saying it. Lovesick is one of the most unique artists that I've seen on Twitch because their art is so like filled with character and appeal and such brave shapes and lines. I love all
So
of it.
shapey.
I love
Yes.
Yeah.
it. Common Lovesick W.
Common love.
Thank you, Lovesick, for blessing us.
Yes,
Mhm.
thank you so much.
Oh.
There's more? Hello?
Oh.
What? No way.
There's more?
Yeah.
Mel's
Fantasy's
wit-
birthday.
I love
Oh
Aw.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Aw.
Oh, this is so good.
Can't believe there's so much more art. What?
Today,
I
yeah.
also like didn't realize until yesterday that like if Wick were to have a companion, it probably would be a possum because that's like the thing about like country cowboys.
Mhm.
So
Oh
that
my
like
God.
that fits really well, and I'm like, I didn't plan this. I didn't plan this.
It's just
It was
part
just
of your
meant to
DNA
be.
at this point.
Yeah.
True.
Such a
Oh,
dapper
the
boy.
next one.
Yeah. Oh, we'll get to the next one. Look at her. Oh my god.
No.
She has a tiny wing puppet.
Oh no, my heart.
How small is that?
It's
Teeny
Yeah.
tiny.
so small. It's
I'm
so
sorry,
small.
Daisy Trop. I'm sorry.
Oh, you made a new fan and left her heartbroken.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Oh, buddy.
Can't believe this.
Yeah, she
Oh,
really put
adorable.
herself out there, and she's like, "I love this giant angry gun woman."
She could have just kept talking. Like
After the damage you did to her, I can't believe it. No, this is amazing. Thank you, Darkworld. Thank you. And that's the last one for now. For
Oh
now.
my goodness.
Oh no.
For now.
Can we look at the VOD art? Is that a thing?
I could
Well,
put-
I
we could-
think-
we could put
I
it
think we
in.
should leave most of that art
Yeah.
in the VOD for those who are
There was
interested.
one that didn't get picked up but is halfway, and there's the Sleepy Kova.
There's
Oh,
Libby
yeah.
Goober.
I have a normal dreamy Kova where he's
Yeah, put
having
it
a happy
into
dream.
the fan art. Yeah. Yeah, look at him. He's eating.
Nothing bad ever happened to him.
Nothing bad ever happens to the Cobas.
Yay.
Yeah, but yeah, the other bits, the other art pieces that we've done, you should follow that pinned comment up top to the VOD and see it.
Yeah.
Lovesick.
Wait, what is this?
Lovesick, you work
What?
so fast.
Wait,
Oh,
wait,
Yeah.
hold
Hold
on,
up.
hold up.
Egg.
Oh,
Oh,
Reb,
it animates.
this should be an emote.
This
It
is the
is.
emote.
It is. I commissioned Lovesick.
Oh my
it's
god, hell
adorable.
yeah.
This
You
is.
have a
Oh my god, it's so
Yeah.
good.
That's
It's
so,
so
cute.
good.
This
only Kari
rules.
left.
Hey Reb, can you put it into your channel right now so people can spam it right now?
Maybe. Possibly.
Maybe.
I'm pointing.
Okay.
Wait,
Lovesick,
So
it is
good.
perfect. No notes. That was so
No.
fast.
It's so
so
good.
good.
When
I
did you
love
commission it?
Like yesterday.
Wow.
Oh my god, Sunday trash.
Wait.
What?
Guys, we can't keep
What's
doing
happening?
this. We can't keep doing this. You can't
Oh
post more
my
art
god.
live on stream.
This is true.
This is very good. I love
Number
the Ritz
5.
that is wildly like leaving.
Yeah.
I'm going.
He's going.
That's number 5 death pose on Kova.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
number 5.
She did a death drop to literally.
There's gonna be almost double the Kova dead poses to sessions. Stop.
That's
Please.
That's good. I
This rules.
love this community so much.
Me too.
Oh, this is so good.
Egg.
This is so good.
Sophie,
Egg.
if you dare.
Egg.
Darkfold, stop.
Archie, you want more? Oh no. Oh
Yeah,
no.
there might be another one in like a minute or so.
What do you
No.
mean now?
No,
I
there
don't
shouldn't
know.
be.
What do you mean
I don't know. Maybe,
Okay,
maybe
it's-
in like a
So
minute.
mysterious.
It's ready.
It's in? Okay,
It should
chat,
be in. Let me
chat,
refresh.
I'm gonna
Start-
reload.
start spamming your Reb emote of Wick eating egg, please.
Egg.
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 I don't have it yet. It's
Egg.
probably-
I've got it, yeah.
You got
I
it.
got it.
I
Spam
got
the
it.
fruit.
Wait, I'm gonna put it next to the other guys.
Thank
Wait.
you, Lovesick.
Yay!
Yay!
Commission Lovesick for everything. Give them money.
Yeah, give
Yay.
them money.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks so good.
Oh,
look
my
at
god,
them.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
it's so good.
Yeah.
Yes. Now we need one Kari mode and we have one emote for each of the characters and that's gonna be perfect.
That's
Yeah.
so cute.
Wahoo!
Egg.
Oh.
Oh no, there's more fan art. God
God.
damn it.
Stop it!
Damn it.
What?
What's happening here?
Holy shit.
Ah.
Good.
Dead
How-
Kova.
No,
you make her flame green. How dare
Dead.
you?
Dead. It's Kova's
No.
ghost
The
saying hi,
dodo.
clearly.
Everyone
This-
liked that.
Maybe he's
It's
just sleeping.
six. There's something dead around him.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. What a time. What a time.
Wow.
All right.
This is crazy.
Well, I had one more thing, but I feel like
Mhm.
I feel like
No.
that's fine leaving it without it, right? It's fine.
No,
I want to
I feel like we're
know.
gonna add it
No.
in. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Tell
Mhm.
me.
Okay, fine. Okay, so I actually talked a little bit about this on Monday, and this is gonna be like the last little fun fact with vignette, and then we are leaving because it's almost
Okay.
midnight. We can't keep having these sessions be longer than actual campaign. It's craziness, and we need to stop.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, so an eagle-eyed viewer might have noticed that whenever I name an episode in our campaign, I name it in a very specific way, and I know that some people actually did figure it out a little bit. And the convention that I use for naming is pretty simple, but there are some fun little references, and I wanna share them with you guys.
Yay!
So. Have you ever wondered why I name things the way I do? Have you
Ballad.
ever wondered?
Constantly.
Constantly. Okay. So, boop. Okay, so the first episode was called Prelude, right? It is a term used in music for a piece of music used before something else. Yeah. So it's like an introduction into whatever happens, which is quite nice, quite simple, quite fun. The second episode was called Dance of the Flightless Pixies,
God
which
damn it.
is a
God
reference.
damn it.
You didn't know?
Oh no.
Okay. So yeah, this is for everyone who doesn't know. Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairies is one fairy, not plural. Sorry, is a very, very famous composition from the Nutcracker Ballet from Tchaikovsky, which is one of the greatest Russian composers, and I thought this was quite apropos. And then the last episode was called Kova and the Wolf, as a reference to Peter and the Wolf, which is a children's symphony tale by Sergei Prokofiev, another amazing Russian composer. He did some amazing work, and you probably heard his music before, you just maybe didn't know who he was. And yeah, the episodes are basically all named based on music terminology or things connected to music, theater, etc.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Interesting.
It's so fitting
Yeah.
for Ennersval as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
so,
that's why I call it that, right? Ballad of Ennersval. It's all connected, you know.
Yeah, you said it was very like bard-like, so I was like, I was kind of expecting music. So that's cool.
Yeah, exactly. And interesting thing, on YouTube, if you want, you can go and find an animated short film called Peter and the Wolf from 2016. It's very cool. It's like puppeteering. It's stop motion, and it won an Oscar that year.
Like a half hour long too. It's cool.
Check it out. Yeah, it's very, very cool. Yeah. V, is this because the campaign is a show for the Fey royalty? Maybe. I don't know.
Ooh.
But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. It's Robo says, I broke the code. V setting up a dance party at the end of the campaign. Yeah. So you know how there are these like films, Step Up and such, where the ending of the film is this huge dance competition against the evil team?
Yeah.
That's what it is. No fighting, just
no.
dancing.
Yes.
Yep.
No, not my
Shout out to
not
Step It
minus
Up.
one dex. No.
Yep. Yeah. Well, that's it. That's it. We're 3 episodes in, so that's the info you're getting so far.
Oh, the golden do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti.
Ah! Oh
Wah,
my
wah,
god, I'm
wah.
gonna use that at
Good.
some points. Yeah. It's so difficult to name episodes before they happen because I'm like, I don't know if they're gonna get through all the stuff, but you know, so far so good. Yeah, there it is.
Oh.
There it is. Little tidbit of information, and
Oh.
Yeah.
now we can rate out. I think yes.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay.